you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Shout out my Ricans and Jamaicans. I know you think I'm hating, but you had no influence in creation of this hip-hop. Your participation was tip-top, but black Americans showed you how to rip shop. Have you forgot that we taught you how to dress? Back then, coming out looking like a mess. Y'all were dumbing out, tank tops made a mess, shoes clunky. We showed you how to get funky fresh, amongst the best. We helped you learn the language, so at school you wouldn't flunk the test.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
The elements came from Bam, the man grooms. Breaking just another dance that came from the culture. Don't be like the other man and act like a vulture. All day influences, FBA. I'll say it's true right to this day.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
As
you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay, the sun isn't 93 million miles away. If it was, then why is it dark in space? The sun and moon are right here in the atmosphere. It's clear, just that information that these bastards fear. I send an invitation to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Wanna debate him cause I feel that his ass lying. How is the fly defying gravity? If it's holding down the ocean, that's a ridiculous notion. And water always finds its level. It can't curve on a ball, but y'all still have the nerve and the gall to call me a flat earther, like I'm a bad person. Shit is sad when I see the ignorance worsen. And I know this doesn't jive with the lessons, but I will always be a 5 to my essence. I think it's time we address it. Renew our Quran, what we need to do, word is born.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Peace. What's good, family? We are back. Oh, wait, hang on. What the fuck? I got this TV on. Shit. Hold up. All right. What's good, people? How y'all feel out there? That's my cousin, Craigie. What's good, Craigo? I see you, cousin. I see you. What's up, everybody? Peace. A1 Drizzy was good. Everybody make sure you click that like button upon entering. You know, we just asking questions and shit. What's going on? That's right. Smash that like button. It's free. Tell them, Craigo. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. You know what I mean? So, as you saw, by popular demand, Elephant in the Room will be available on all streaming platforms starting December 31st. Okay. New Year's Eve. Dumbo drops in this motherfucker. Yeah. All right. So for all of y'all that, you know, said y'all rock with the song, and I appreciate y'all. Yeah, you will be able to rock it in whatever configuration you'd like to rock it in. Jamal Milton was good. He said, and lastly, Fat Joe ain't black. Coming to street service and hear you. He keep fucking around. Shout out my man Jamal. We made a joint called Kamala Ain't Black, an AI joint that we put on streaming and shit. And yeah, nah. We ain't gotta AI his ass. We ain't gotta do that. We can make our own shit if we need to, trust me. But yeah, so that being said, you want to rock it on your phone, you want to rock it in the car, you know what I mean?
Evan Detchler.
Whoa. I just got it mixed and mastered. And yeah, it's ready to go, y'all. So get ready. 31st. If I could have got it up out there sooner, I would have, but that's the fastest I can get it on the market. So I appreciate y'all support. We need to run this motherfucker up. Let me chill with the cursing. We need to run this thing up, right? So that we make a statement, man. We got to show these people, man, like what this FBA life is about, man. Like, seriously, we decide who the president's going to be. We decide who sits at all cool tables. You dig? And if anybody's going to be doing the canceling, it's going to be us. Okay? It's going to be us. You know? I had time to really reflect on this whole situation, you know, Fat Joe going up to Math Hoffa's, platform and basically attacking FBA and trying to assassinate my character, try to demote my position in the hip-hop annals, as well as trying to cause confusion and plant seeds of discontent by calling me a Looney Tune. Heck 9, peace. Said peace, God, peace to the God Pod family. Song fire, Lord. You did it again, legend. Fuck Fat Joe, Flag Power. Thank you, Heck 9. I appreciate you. Yeah. So when I really thought about that, right? When I really thought about just the disrespect, these broke ass foundational black authority, like, come on, you know what it means. You know what FBA means. You know what who the foundational black Americans are. And let's just put this out there. This is not some sort of group or organization that's led by anything. It's about a lineage, okay? It's about how far, first of all, one of your ancestors, because I hate you little punk pussies. Oh, I know you telling me to not curse, but sometimes I gotta curse and these bastards get on my nerves. You're not FBA, Lord Jamar. Ain't you Guyanese? You dumbasses. Don't you know you have two parents? You stupid asses. You have two parents. Okay? So again, my great grandfather is from Guyana. Okay. But guess what? On my mother's side, we trace back to Virginia to Thomas Jefferson, motherfucker. Okay? Thurgood Marshall is the first cousin of my grandfather. Shut the fuck up. Get off my dick. I'm FBA all the way, bitch. Sheesh. I know I said I was going to calm down on the cursing, but these motherfuckers be getting on my nerves. Anthony Arzu, thank you. He said, be one, fam, and peace to the God. Peace to you, Anthony. Appreciate you. So stop coming with these bullshit narratives, okay? So I thought about the disrespect and what actually, transpired, and especially as it concerned me, but I'll get to that. And I just think about how if this was any other group, if this were, let's just say, the Jewish community, if this was the, LG HDTV community, if this were any other community, really, a apology would have been demanded immediately. It would have been given. There would have been all kind of sensitivity training that people would have attended in order to try to, make amends for their ways. And it just seems like when it comes to us, people don't care. Especially there's a lot of those that make money off of us and from our community. Yet when it's time to be respectful, like the Vlads of the world, when they disrespect an elder, a sacred elder in our community, such as Farrakhan, and we tell you to apologize and you don't, that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. Okay? And right now, to disrespect foundational Black Americans, the ones that put Fat Joe in the position that he is, because it damn sure wasn't Puerto Ricans that did it. It damn sure wasn't Puerto Ricans that did it. It was a crew of foundational Black Americans. Shout out to DITC. But we also, and I love those brothers, man. But, when you bring somebody into the fold, man, like a lot of times we let people in off of the cosign of others. You be the one that says, yo, he was cool. So we be like, all right, he's cool. And we let dudes in. And then later you find out dude's not really cool. Dude's really felt a certain way the whole time. I'm hearing he used to get bullied by Black people. And he has a certain underlying problem with Black people. So, yeah, this is all the type of shit we need to address. And I'm just wondering why we haven't received our apology yet. Hang on. Blue Exodus. Thank you, Blue Exodus. He said, can't wait for your new music, brother. Hip hop has made a comeback this year. I'm related to Emmett Till on my father's side. There you go. Hip hop is our creation. FBA. That's right. That's right. That's right. Now, let me just say, The Elephant that's coming out is just a single. Okay. This is not the album. Do not get twisted. The name of the album is Building 7, and that will be coming, within the first quarter. But we just had to hurry up and get this single out due to popular demand, basically. But the album, I say, is about 85% done. Okay. Album, I've already been working on this. So this just happens to be good timing. Like, thank you for the alley-oop. Thank you for the alley-oop, sir, because yeah, you probably thought I had no kind of response. Like, see, motherfuckers probably thought that I was just an easy, he's gonna be an easy. What can he do? Not like he's gonna make some music or anything. Iron Will, thank you, Iron Will. I appreciate you. He said, MF Fat Joe, and anyone who disrespects our lineage, it's up for everyone. Salute to you, brother. Thank you, Iron Will. I appreciate you. That's what we need, an Iron Will. So you know what I want to say, right? There's a saying, right? Maybe you heard of it. The saying goes, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. Isn't it ironic? And I want to shout out all the different blogs and platforms that have picked this up and have been in support of FBA and myself. Shout out to Doggy Diamond. Shout out to the Black Authority. Shout out to Star. Shout out to who else? Rockness, Monster, whoever else. If I can't think of you at the moment, shout out to DJ FaZe. Anybody else that has picked this up and supported it and is on the right side of history as it pertains to this. I appreciate all of y'all. But yeah, God don't like ugly. You know what the ugly was? The ugly was, hang on, let's address these real quick before we talk about that. Manute Shaquille, thank you, Manute. He said, don't your teaching state that Hispanics are black, the original man? Yes, the original man. Well, they are of the original man. They are of the original man, but we also show that there's black, there's different seeds. There's black, brown, yellow, and red. Well, black, brown, red, yellow, white. So what does that have to do with anything, sir? See, here's the thing. If they believed that they were black, this wouldn't be a fucking problem. If they truly believed they were with us, this wouldn't be a problem. But they don't. They don't. And they have a hard time admitting that foundational Black American youth are the ones that created and influenced this whole thing. I don't give a fuck who was around. I don't care who was there to watch on the sidelines and then were the first ones to do something. Let me explain something to you. When it comes to parentage, you ever watch Maury? You ever watch Maury when there's like 2-3 motherfuckers sitting in the seat and they're going down the DNA test? How many times you ever seen a DNA test where 2 niggas was the father of the same baby? I'll wait. There's only one father. We are the fathers and mothers of civilization. We didn't just create hip hop. We created everything. Ooh, look at Anubis go. Listen to him go. Saw that wood. Anyway, we created everything. So hip hop is just one of many things that we created. But there's only one father. There don't be two, for there's no co-creators. There's the only co-creator is the father and the mother. Y'all want to be the mother? Are y'all the mother of hip hop? No. No. If anything, hip hop is like a girl, okay? The black man, we the ones who took her virginity. Then, right? After we was not done with her, but done with her as far as keeping her to ourselves, right? We put you onto how to get it, on how to hit. Yo, she like when you say ho. She like when you say ow in the party. She likes when you wear Pumas. You see, she likes mock necks. She likes, but a word? Yeah. She like when you say fresh and all, you know what I mean? A word? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. And y'all was the first ones that we put on so that you could hit. In an analogy. You understand what I'm saying? In an analogous way. Do you understand? So, thank you, Minute. But your question is misleading. And I hate when people ask shit like that. But thank you. Black Views, FBA, peace. He said B1 from PG County, Maryland. I appreciate you, Black Views. Yes, sir. Everybody, make sure you click that like button. Click that like button. We talking right now. Shit, we almost got 3,000 people in this bitch. Let's go. JC Inc. Thank you. He said, LJ, is one of your parents foreign black? No, they're not. Both of my parents are from New York, okay? The Bronx specifically. I was born in Albert Einstein Hospital, okay, on Pelham Parkway. Actually, my father was born in the Bronx and my mother was born in Harlem, okay? So, no. My grandfather was born here in New York, okay? It's my great-grandfather on my father's side that wasn't born here, okay, people? Thank you, JC. Appreciate you. Carl Muhammad, peace to you, King. Thank you for your super chat. The Drop Zone Unlimited, he said, Fat Joe and the Tether Squad mad because FBA styling on him. You mad because I'm styling on you. That's hilarious, the Tether Squad. Thank you, Drop Zone Unlimited. I appreciate you. Chris Dragnet, he said, Brand Nubian has no weak link. The hip-hop attack is just as insidious as the FBA errors. Thank you, Dragnet. Yeah, you know, this is what I'm saying. And I'm about to show in real time that to this day, I always have been, and I always will be nicer than you, Fat Joe. I'm nicer than you. I know how to put together a better album than you know how to put together. You're thinking, what are you talking about? I sold mad records. So selling records means nothing. Having money means nothing. Okay? You're not smarter than me when it comes to crafting and understanding music and all sorts of different various areas. Forget just music, outside of music. And I'd love to hear what makes me a Looney Tune as well. I'd love to get into that science. See, I also want people to not try to circumvent the original thing. I called these dudes out to a debate months ago. Fat Joe, Lazy Legs, Bus a Bus, KRS-One. I called them all to the stage, and it was crickets. What do we hear? We didn't hear shit. Now, months later, you think you can come on people's platforms and bully the issue by not addressing me directly and thinking that you can assassinate my character? That's why it's hilarious that this has backfired on you, because really what he tried to do was go up there and get me canceled. Oh, yeah. That's what he thought he was going to do. By saying your man, Lord Jamar, is Looney Tunes. And he was the wackest one in Brand Nubian. Let's be clear. So let's stop for a second. What if everybody fed into that? What if people said, yeah, he is Looney Tunes. He was the wackest one in Brand Nubian. Yeah, fuck that dude. And then I get canceled, right? You know what Fat Joe would have said? Fuck that nigga. And he might have said it in the barbershop in front of Math Hoffa and them, and they would have said nothing. And that's a whole nother thing we can get into. Of how dudes just stood there. This man say more niggas than niggas say niggas. It's crazy. Let's get to some of these real quick. Minute, thank you again. Second Ezra, I don't understand why Fat Joe is upset about Puerto Ricans not creating hip-hop. Puerto Ricans have a great legacy in hip-hop. They didn't create it. Exactly. Like, do you understand? Usually in any other field, if you're the first to do something, it's esteemed. It's special. People look at it as special. Yo, this guy was the first, for instance, my grandmother, right? My grandmother was the first Black woman to attend Fordham University. And this is a fact that she was proud of, right? How many people? Oh, that's the first Black person to go into space, and that's the first one to do. Every other first, people is happy about. Why y'all not happy to be the first participants in hip hop? Why y'all act like it's a problem? Why that first is demeaning to you? And somehow we're being divisive by not allowing you to steal our shit. How the fuck are we being divisive by not allowing you to steal our shit? That's like coming outside. Somebody is literally jacking your car and you're like, stop. And they're like, why are you being so divisive? Why are you being so divisive by telling me to stop riding away with your car? Better yet, okay, let me get, I got a car analogy, right? Hang on. I got a car analogy. I'll read a couple of these and then I'm going to say my car analogy, right? Iris Tyndale, thank you. He said, when Pooba left for a while, you held it down. Thank you. Yeah, I produced the whole second and third album. Excuse me. Responsible for its direction and, all of that. When Diamond got on Punk Jump Up, I'm the one that said, okay, yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean? But thank you, Iris. Let's read this real quick. Renard Wabu, he said, all of the people that have their own land reject the identity of Black, but the African-American FBAs. Their own land reject the identity of Black, but the African-American FBAs. Okay. Thank you, Renard Wabu. Appreciate you. Where we at? Nikki the God. Oh, hey, Nikki. Damn, I think I'm supposed to make you a moderator, right? Thank you for using your platform to protect our culture. Hang on. I have to go into, in order to make somebody a moderator, right? I got to go on my phone to do that. Hold on, let me turn this shit down.
All new
Oh, there we go. Where's Nikki the God?
Number 2 is deleting all the apps on the phone. Number 3 is buying
Let me see. I'm trying to find you, Nikki.
Instead, use AI.
Hold up. Oh, there you go. Hang on. Am I able to make you?
Delete promotions and spam emails.
Hold on. I'll figure this shit out, Nikki. I'm sorry. But thank you. I appreciate you. I'm gonna make you one. I remember you. You said you were mod on Tariq's joint. Appreciate you. East Coast Kev. He said, shout outs to you, Lord Jamar. I'm originally from Brooklyn. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. Puerto Ricans wasn't even rocking with hip hop like that. Their parents didn't want us around their children. Exactly. I went on Star's show the other night. I called up there and I was so deep in thought that Star mentioned, and I don't even really hear this when he said it, but shout out to Star. He was right. Star mentioned freestyle. Freestyle was the Puerto Rican music. Silent morning, by your side. Silent morning. That was Puerto Rican music. Freestyle. Why y'all not talking about that? I'll tell you why, because it fucking came and went. It faded out. It didn't do the goddamn thing. Okay? Y'all didn't even love it like that. Okay? Another thing. If Puerto Ricans are so, like, were there in the beginning and it was 50-50 and all of that, why is it not 50-50 now? Why do Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico not continue doing hip hop? Why, when you go over there, all they do is fuck with Bad Bunny and that's not hip hop? Why didn't it continue these things that you claim that you guys brought to the game, which you did not? You did not bring break dancing and graffiti to the game. Okay. But even if you did, then why isn't that all over the island? And why is hip hop not all over the island? Let's ask ourselves this. FBA all day, day. Thank you, rich boy. I appreciate you. So let me stop here, right? I'm going to say my analogy, right? So you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of, okay, so say you got a friend, right? They don't got a car, right? You got a nice car, right? And they say to you, hey, man, listen, man, I got a date tonight. You know what I mean? Yo, I'd appreciate it if you act like the car is mine. Now, this is your boy. You know what I mean? And you like, you know what? Fuck it. Do you? You know what I mean? So he does it. Cool. You let him do it. Cool. Now he wants to do it again. And then he wants to do it again. And now he's starting to just overstep boundaries, right? He's overstepping boundaries. He's taking your car charger and putting it somewhere where you don't like. He made the memory to the seat. And his shit is number one now and all. What? Hang the fuck on. And then one day when y'all all three together, you kind of start talking and it's starting to be evident that, hold up, this is really your ride, right? And then he pulls you to the side like, yo, what are you doing? The fuck are you doing, bro? Like, I thought we said that hey, man, I'm kind of getting tired of this shit, man. Like, this is my fucking car, B. I'm tired of playing these games, man. I know I played along with you for a minute, and that's what we did. We kept saying, oh, yeah, they was there. In the beginning, they was there. We kept saying that. And then when you tell him this, now the motherfucker get mad at you for laying claim to your own whip. And this nigga don't want to be friends no more. So really, the friendship was contingent upon if I keep up this lie for you. And if I don't keep up this lie, then I'm not fucking with you. And that seems to be the attitude of some Puerto Ricans. Not all, some Puerto Ricans like Fat Joe and niggas like Lazy Legs. Okay? They seem to have this, oh, come on, man. Why y'all can't be cool? Why y'all can't go along with our narrative? And if you're not, oh, man, you being divisive, man. I don't understand why y'all being so divisive. But a nigga would never say that if you was stealing some shit from them. They be ready to call the cops, call their friends and all kind of shit. Hey, stop him. Motherfuckers is crazy, man. Cash Rules, thank you. He said, LJ, why don't people exploit the fact that Fat Joe stole over $2.5 million from the Big Pun estate and that Liza Rios had to take Fat Joe to court to prove her claims? I mean, listen, I've been hearing that a lot for quite some time. You know, I feel like that's low-hanging fruit. I feel like anybody can go and check that out. You know what I mean? Look into it, you know? Another question I have is who chose Fat Joe as the guy to host all these award shows for as the spokesperson for hip hop? Like, it's funny how corporate America, white America will use these buffers, these in between, you know, they don't want to get right next to the black people. So they get certain people that, you know, they can get next to the black people and then they can get back to that guy. You see, it's very interesting. But thank you, Cash Rules. I appreciate you. JS Preezy said, can't front, my brother. That track is fire. Thank you, JS Preezy. I mean, why would you want to front? You know what I mean? Like if it's good, I don't care if I like you or not. If you make good music, I'm going to fucking say that it's good. Like, you know what I mean? And I might like you as a person, but if you make bad music, I might say it's bad. Like, you know, or I just might not say anything. How about that? But thank you. And that's another thing. Like, I think motherfuckers, you know, you haven't heard me in years. So you don't really know what I'm capable of. And I think that a lot of people's just sleeping and thinking, well, he ain't got shit. You know what I mean? So that's just a little taste right there. A little taste of the bass is in your face. But I'm telling you, when I drop this Building 7, the whole album, just nobody is expecting this coming from me. That's all I'm saying. You're not expecting it. And I'm very confident and very proud. That's why I said, if dudes want to debate me, cool. If you want to put out an album and go against me with your album, cool. Like, I'm with the shits. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with the shits. Like dudes want to box and all this type of shit. I mean, under the right circumstances, I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits. And I'm telling you, I'm at a high level in all things I do. That's all I could say. All right. But thank you, J.S. Preezy. Rad7 said, peace, God. Tariq, a homo. Tariq even said, you not FBA. I don't think he didn't say that. I know he didn't say that. But thank you, Rad. Save yourself. Thank you. He said, if Kool Herc was truly the so-called godfather of hip-hop, he would pop in and clear all this up. He's still alive. Your legendary status is growing. Thank you, Self-Savior. I appreciate it. Listen, shout out to Kool Herc, man. I know Kool Herc. And he said out his mouth that This is not something he brought from Jamaica. Although, yes, his lineage was from Jamaica, but he wasn't the first one doing this. He saw other people DJing and wearing sheepskins and hats and all. Come on, bro. Like, this is not a Jamaican thing. All those people's parents may have been from other places. This whole influence and what was going on in the street at that time was totally foundational Black American youth influenced. Okay? And that's what you people don't understand. Oh, well, we was around. I hate to shout. Well, we was around. Yo, people might not know. Math Hoffa gonna get on. And we gonna get on Math Hoffa and shit, because he was pissing me off too. He gonna get on Star's platform and talk about, I don't understand what's the point of all the division and all this type of shit. If you're not from New York, you wouldn't understand that Blacks and Puerto Ricans grew up together. Let's keep it a buck, man. Let's stop the bullshit. Some of us grew up together. Some of us got along and some of us didn't. You know goddamn well there was the Puerto Ricans that fuck with hip hop, and then there was the Puerto Ricans that only went to salsa and merengue clubs and ain't fuck with Black people at all. There was the Jamaicans that fucked with hip hop and all that type of shit, and then there was some Jamaicans that only went to fucking Jamaican clubs and didn't really fuck with Yankee boys, them like that. Okay? Like, let's fucking keep it real. Let's talk about Rikers Island. If we're so together, then why is there a Black phone and a Puerto Rican phone? Why is it that certain people that you might be cool with on the street, if they was Puerto Ricans, y'all can't even talk to each other on the island? There's been Puerto Rican power rule god bodies that had to basically fall victim and renounce being God once they went to jail, because it was like that. Why do you think gangs like sex, money, murder, and all this type of shit were even instituted in the first place? To protect themselves from the Puerto Ricans on the island and shit like that in jail. Yeah, that's where it came from. So let's stop this bullshit and stop acting like we had this harmonious relationship. Yes, some of us did, but this wasn't across the board. Okay? Wasn't across the board. The ones that fucked with us were rebels. They were pioneers. They were going against what their parents and their older siblings were telling them to do. Stop fucking with those morenos. Stop fucking with those cocolos. What are you doing? You're acting black. Stop it. Stop it, Hector. What are you doing? Fucking stop it. Why are you wearing your fucking pants like that? You look like one of those fucking morenos. Ay, Dios mío. Come on, man. Think I didn't hear it? And so I don't like when people try to move the goalposts. When Math went up there trying to move the goalposts and talking about if I was to come on his show, I don't want to go on the show. If I was to come on his show, he might get some pushback and all. I might get some pushback. So I'm always getting pushback. I'm ready for pushback at all times, because I have the intelligence to have the rebuttal. See, these people that don't have a certain intelligence, that's why they try to come with this verbal thuggery. You know, like you gonna thug somebody out. Like, come on, man. Knock it off. I'm not easily intimidated. The Gunsta Lifestyle. He says, salute, Lord. When we talk the greatest in hip-hop, Brand Nubian is in the conversation as one of the greatest groups. Top 20, if not top 10. Fat Joe, you're not in any conversation as any of the greatest MCs. Exactly. And you know why I want to, first of all, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But you know why he could never be? Because when you don't write your own rhymes, When you don't write your own rhymes, how dare you try to critique somebody that does? And see, again, he tried to open up this narrative that I was somehow the wackest. First of all, what does that mean? Wackest? So that means whack, whacker, and wackest? Are you saying that the whole Brand Nubian was whack? What does that mean, wackest? And to try to put that narrative out there again, and now to have it flip on you, everybody's like, wait a minute, you were the wackest in DITC. You were the wackest in Terror Squad. Like, for it to backfire on you like that is crazy work. Crazy work. Do you see how things work out? Like, because God don't like ugly. You thought you was going to get me canceled, sir. You thought you was going to get me canceled. But see, hanging out with these Democrats, and you got a false sense of reality, sir. As especially as it pertains to me and who I am and the power that I have. I think you thought that your money and your connections to, corporate America made you more powerful than me. No, sir. No, sir. Nah, this FBA shit is strong. Ooh, you about to see. You about to see. Okay. And hypothetically, if we were to get an apology from Fat Joe, I say that one of the conditions of the apology is you're not allowed to say nigga no more. Oh, your nigga card has definitely been revoked. No more nigga. No more nigga. It's done. It's done. He's got a line he said on his new album. He said something where I can't say nigga. And then he says, nigga, bitch, hoe. Like, like he's really throwing it in the face. I know y'all didn't hear it because you didn't listen to the album, but I'm saying it's on there. Like, that's a line that's on there. If you were to listen to the album, that's a line that's on there where he's literally trying to like wave that in people's faces. Terrell McMillan, peace, family, as always. Thank you. He said, respect, LJ. Of course, hip hop is ours. Ask any one of Whack Joe's ghostwriters from King's Son, hell, even Cuban Link. Rest in peace, Pun, and more. Definitely need to get Son on the show. Yeah, I will get King's Son on the show, actually. I heard he wrote his first joint. I know my man Armageddon, shout out to Armageddon, was writing shit for him. I heard there's a brother named Infrared who's writing for him right now. And that he pays these guys peanuts. This is what I heard. This is what I'm hearing. Thank you, Terrell. Khalid Guatam, peace to the God, Cypher Divine. Excellent analogy of hip hop. He's the understanding seed who loves his father, the devil, after God created him. Indeed. Thank you, God. Peace. Matter of fact, today's math, today is Monday, the December 23rd, which makes today's math wisdom, understanding, all being born to power refinement. You see how that goes? Okay. I'm speaking so that you can understand that I have that power. Okay. Which is the truth. And this is what I stand behind. Okay. I don't say shit for shock value. I say it because it's true. And I can show and prove whatever I say. So again, I quandary what makes me a Looney Tune. I hope it's not anything about flat Earth, because if it is, again, sit down and debate me. Sit down and debate me, and let's find out how Looney Tunes I really am, sir. Okay? But goddamn well, niggas is not that intellectual. Niggas don't study. and you thought you was going to get people to pile on to your negative emotions towards me. And it backfired. It backfired. Hey, everybody, make sure you click that like button. I might have to play this elephant in the room again in a minute. The single's dropping on New Year's Eve. Yeah, let's keep that in mind. So you will be able to check that shit out on your own. Dumbo drops New Year's Eve. The elephant. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address it. Let's see. The balance theory. Thank you. He said he was the wackest one in DITC, and that a fact. That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you say that? Like you're not. You see, this is where arrogance and like not having a true self-awareness and like really feeling yourself, really believing your own bullshit. That he thought he was nicer than me. That he could even say that. When you don't even write your own rhymes. That's crazy work. Crazy work. Oh my goodness. Rad 7. He said, peace, God. Tariqa Homo. Is this, you said that earlier. Is this the same? Did I see it again? Damon Downs. He said, Latinos even ripped off reggae and turned it into reggaeton. Saying that they are the originator is crazy. Yes, it is. They didn't even create reggaeton, which is crazy. That was created on another island by black Spanish speaking people. Thank you. Jemro, peace, my brother. He said, every other culture group is just so used to us letting them exploit us that when we state objective truths, they frame our accolades as divisive. 100. Oh, man. Might have to read that again because that was a gem that y'all need to listen to. My man, Jemro, he be dropping it. He be having a lot of good shit to say. I want to read that again because this is soak it in now, people. Every other culture group is just so used to us letting them exploit us that when we state objective truths, they frame our accolades as divisive. Thank you, Jeb, bro. That was a gem. That was a jewel. Kingdom Mindset. Thank you. He said, guns say they created the GPS and stoplight next, if not careful, once we start to popularize it. Yeah, man. There's a lot of shit that we got to start, man, nipping in the bud, man. Because I used to always say this, man. Small things turn into big things. Small things turn into big things. A small snowball can turn into an avalanche if unchecked. Okay? So we have to stop, And yes, I'm guilty, just like a bunch of us in the past, of trying to be inclusive. And when we talked about the origins of hip hop, we would include them. Not knowing we would be at this place, though. Not knowing that we would be at this place. Again, we were trying to be generous and courteous and, not be rude. But then look where that gets you. Look where that gets you. Trying to be polite. But then when you need some politeness, it's nowhere to be found. It's nowhere to be found. Thank you, Kingdom Mindset. Where are we? Oh, there we are. Okay. TD said Fat Joe needs to resort to diaries, no social media. Oh, Fat Joe needs to resort to diaries, no social media. I don't know what he needs to resort to. He's gonna need to resort to not really fucking with hip hop because hip hop ain't fucking with him like that now. Like I think he's canceled himself with these remarks. Do y'all believe he canceled himself? I do. I think he canceled himself with this nonsense. Soul Emperor, he said Joey Cracker disrespecting the FBA, man, woman, and child is unacceptable. He needs to be checked. Throwing the N-word around like he does. Go hard on him, LJ. I got your back. Thank you, Soul Emperor. I appreciate you. Gemro, he said that's actually all culture groups with us, FBAs. Thank you, Gemro. Brown Sugar Baby. Thank you, Brown Sugar. She said, love you. Love you too, Brown Sugar Baby. Brown Sugar Baby. That's my Brown Sugar Baby. Y'all make sure y'all click that like now. Click that share. Share this motherfucker. Let them know we out here. We on these YouTube streets right now. Bushwick 3101. There you go, you pussy. He said, you was irrelevant till you started talking about the Puerto Ricans. You should write Fat Joe a nice fat check. You see this fag knuckle right here? You see this fag knuckle who actually paid money just to be a dickhead? Well, I'll take your little $5. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on. How about that, bitch? But you're free to donate again. Keep them coming. Michelle Williams, thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you. Logic before emotion. Can anyone name a pioneer Puerto Rican rapper? Salute God. Good question. Now, I'm going to say that I had the first, now if you go into my files, I had the first Puerto Rican rappers, Prince Whip-a-Whip and Ruby D. They were on my show years ago, before this was really crazy. And it's crazy because they said everything that we're saying, but the Puerto Ricans are not mad at them. They're mad at us for saying it. But the Puerto Ricans say it out their mouth. People like Charlie Chase, he'll tell you there was no Puerto Ricans there. They was the first ones. And when you say pioneering Puerto Rican rapper, Ruby D and Prince Whip-a-Whip would be pioneering by the fact that they were the first Puerto Rican MCs. You know what I mean? But they weren't pioneering in the fact that they started anything, that they gave us any kind of style, or that they took the game to any kind of level that it wasn't at before. Okay? They just did what we were doing, and they existed, and they were like the secret weapon because, oh shit, I know you, they look black, don't they? But yo, he's Puerto Rican. Oh, what? You know? It was shock value almost, like, you know what I mean? Niggas like Lazy Legs will have you believe that Puerto Ricans made up breakdancing. They didn't. Oh, that's another thing. I hate when people misquote me saying that I said breakdancing wasn't an element of hip hop. No, that's not what I said. I said breakdancing is an element of hip hop. I said hip hop dancing is an element of hip hop, and breakdancing is inside of that. Okay, the way they try to single out breakdancing as if that's just some element on its own is what I'm saying is bullshit. I'm not saying that breakdancing isn't an element of hip hop. It is, but so is the WAP, so is the Happy Feet, so is the Bismarck. And don't fucking tell me, oh, but those things didn't go to the Olympics. Shut the fuck up. Give a fuck about no fucking Olympics. I'm telling you what a fucking hip hop dance is. Don't fucking talk back to me with this bullshit about, oh, well, that's not athletic. You can't have a battle. Shut. Ooh, I hear some of the dumbest shit. I tell you, man, sucks to be me sometimes. It's great, but it sucks because you got to hear some bullshit. But thank you, Logic, before emotion. That was a great question. Can anybody name a pioneering Puerto Rican rapper? Or I'll do you one better. Name 10 influential Puerto Rican rappers from the beginning of hip hop. 10. Give me 10. Go. The King Tech 74. Thank you. He said, I appreciate all that you have given us, plus more. 100. Thank you, King Tech. I appreciate you. Commented relationship. Thank you. Math Hoffa is Caribbean and non-FBA. Yes, which is why he doesn't have a problem with, people talking shit about FBA in his presence and calling FBA broke niggas and, chuckling about it and all this type of shit. And then talking about, I don't see what all the division about. It ain't about no fucking division, bro. It ain't about no fucking division. It's about who created this shit, period. Again, you can only have one father. There is no 2, 3 fathers because niggas are around, because I handed you the baby first. Just you was the first ones to hold the baby. Okay, that don't make you the father. Don't make you the father. Your DNA is nowhere to be found in this hip-hop shit. Why didn't your babies keep doing it? Why didn't your babies keep doing it? Outside of New York. Where's all the Puerto Rican hip-hoppers outside of New York? Where you're not even gonna be able to give me 10 influential Puerto Rican rappers in this list. You're gonna give me Puerto Ricans that just existed. They just existed. They weren't influential. Got this shit. Michelle Williams, thank you again for the super sticker. Appreciate you. Judah Asante, 5% was key innovator, and they don't love the gods. That's right. Mad shit comes from the gods. Mad slang and mad terms that we use inside of hip hop. You see our DNA. Our DNA is visible. Nobody's talking about wepa and dame. Nobody's saying none of that shit inside hip hop. Fresh guy. No, none of that. None of that. Where's the DNA? Where is it? Oh, come on, man. We were there, man. Come on, man. Shut the fuck up. Give a fuck if you was there. Don't matter. Oh, I was at the hospital when the baby was born. So? And you watched the birth. You're not the father. But I mean, I took the first pictures. The dumbass Joe Conzo niggas like that. Dumbasses. I took the baby pictures of hip hop. So? My mom's literally used to have a dude come to the crib, set up the backdrop and all of that. We sit on some shit, and me and my brothers would have a photo shoot in the crib. He took our baby pictures. That don't make him my father. That don't make him my fucking father. So what? He took my baby pictures. And then you out here getting paid off of those pictures. You got the nerve to try to sue Tariq for using your damn pictures. Did you pay any of those children that you was taking pictures of back then? No, but you've been paid multiple times for your photos, haven't you? Why were you taking pictures of children anyway? How old were you? How old were you? Why are you taking pictures of kids? What you was doing hanging around playgrounds? Huh? In parks and shit. Huh? You some sort of pervert boy. You some sort of pervert boy. Tammy Dorsey, thank you. Truth is what has always made you a legend, and it's what's going to keep me a legend. How about that? It's what's going to keep me a legend. Because that's what the fuck I stand on. The truth. Whether it's unpopular or not. Everybody can know, could agree on a lie, and that doesn't make it the truth. That just means it's a popular lie. So, regardless how you may feel inside, everything that I'm telling you, I have studied, is show and provable, is verifiable, is not no loony shit. I am far. See, they say that a smart person look crazy to a dumb motherfucker. It's a saying. Smart person look crazy to a dumb motherfucker. I'm just saying. If you don't understand something, it looks crazy. It looks insane. It looks Looney Tunes. Urban Engine. Thank you. Speaking of Rikers, if there was a real unity, why is there Latin kings? Good question. Why is there Latin kings? Good question. Just like I said earlier, why is there sex, money, murder, and all, 9 trade bloods and all this type of shit? Like, that was originated in response to that. Maestro Fresh West, peace, family. He said, Lord Jamar will live long. Yeah, because you're not going to assassinate my character. You're not going to get on these things and think that you were going to implant an infectious thought into the into the matrix and thought that it was going to grow. But yeah, it didn't happen that way. It backfired. It's almost like you tried to throw acid on a motherfucker, and then when you threw the acid, some wind came right at that moment, and the shit blew back in your face. Oh, shit. I'm melting. I'm melting. It's almost like that is what kind of happened. And I'm just saying, if it would have worked, if what he went up there to do would have worked, and everybody would have turned against me, I know for a fact he would have said, fuck that nigga. I'm glad he's canceled. That's what he would have said about me. Am I wrong? Marquell, So we need the Lord Jamar and Hotep Jesus conversation for posterity. Hotep Jesus, why do I feel like I heard Hotep Jesus before? Thank you, Markel. Panama Jack said, we rather see you on the Art of Dialogue rather than Math Hoffa. Exactly. And I'm actually doing Art of Dialogue this Friday. I'll be recording an Art of Dialogue. So, yeah, that should be out Saturday. So get ready. Get ready. Tonight, I'm gonna make this a night to remember. Grady Morrow Jr., 37. Fat Joe is irrelevant and trying to stay relevant. Terror Squad wouldn't be ish without Big Pun. Exactly. It was Big Pun's idea to do the whole Puerto Rican thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to talk him into that shit. Like, yo, I'm telling you, we need to do this Puerto Rican shit, man. That's an untapped market right there. Just saying. I don't remember people like really rocking with Joe's music like that until after Pun passed. You got a flow, Joe. That was the beat was cool. But niggas wasn't jacking that like that. Come on, man. Let's be clear. Let's be real. Like he tried to say. Let's be real. Oh, look how it all just spilled back on you. Oh, I love it. Philip Jameson. He said, I just don't get why Joe keep attacking our culture. We never even rock with him like that. Exactly. It's funny because a lot of them other race rappers feel like that, especially the Hispanics. Amen. You know? And I'm going to say that it's probably because there's a lot of racism in Hispanic culture, if we keep it real. There's a lot of racism in Hispanic culture. A lot of colorism. Okay? Where they like the lighter, you know, they exalt the lighter ones and they shit on the darker ones. That's what they do. That's what they do. And I think that's part of it, man. The fact that this hip hop was created by darker people with not that straight hair and all that type of shit. Subconsciously, they don't like that. Subconsciously, they're loving a thing that people that they look down upon created. So in order to justify their love and their dedication for it, they have to insert themselves into the creation story and say, well, nah, we did this too. And that's why I love it so much. That's why I've dedicated my whole life to this. Not because I'm emulating foundational Black Americans. It's because this is some shit that I brought to the game too in some kind of way, even though they can't explain what they brought to the game. But this is what they got to tell themselves. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is where we're at, man. This is where we're at. Yeah, thank you, Philip. Jemro, he said, we must protect FBA from Democrats and tiny hats. That sounds like the name of the song, Democrats and Tiny Hats. Thank you, Jemro. Blackout, thank you. Philip Jameson, thank you. He said, and the way bro kept saying ninja, nah, that's hate. Yeah. Flame Gang said Pun didn't even mess with him like that. Watch the old videos. Had him standing in the rain holding the umbrella for Pun. and had him peeking through a peephole while Pun was in the building. Dong with females. Rewatch it. Ah, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yo, I just saw a hilarious video where this guy Joe said that he, at 14, he robbed his gym class, 70 kids, of their coats with no gun. He had so many coats, he said, that he made people that he robbed help him carry the coats. Yo, I couldn't believe what I was watching. First of all, I don't even think there'd be 70 people in the gym. 70? I don't remember ever having 70 people in gym at one fucking time. That's crazy. 70? How many classes is that? Got like 20 motherfuckers maybe at gym. 70? And then you robbed the whole gym class by yourself. Where was the gym teacher? The gym teacher just let this happen. You just walked in and just robbed the whole gym by yourself. Oh my goodness. That shit was hilarious. Mr. Marcus, thank you. He said, peace, God, knowledge and wisdom, power and refinement. Joe is the wackest in TS. He's under Remy, Triple Sace, Armageddon, Prospect, and of course, Cuban and Pun. He's under Tony Sunshine, too. Fuck out of here. This is what you get for trying to call other people whack. This is what you get, bro. You see how God don't like ugly? You see how you need to apologize in order to... I can help you clean this up now. You can hire me as a consultant and I'll help you clean this shit up. Because, yeah, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Your arrogance has really fucked you up this time, sir. Mr. Quiet Storm 305. And don't be having nobody trying to FaceTime me or no shit like that, thinking, you know, you're going to be on the line and ambush me. No, we're not answering those calls from niggas like that. Yeah. Want to talk to me? Get at me through proper channels. Mr. Quiet Storm 305, thank you. He said, did you unblock him, homie? First of all, block? I don't block people like that. Hey, Fat Joe's not blocked. Fuck you talking about? Peace, fam. Many blessings to you and your family. Okay. Yeah. Who'd I block? I ain't blocked Fat Joe. If anything, Lazy Legs got me blocked. Being the wackest in a legendary group like Brand Nubian is like being the wackest in the starting five of the 92 Dream Team. Yes, thank you. Commented relationship. That is a analogy that I actually made last time I was on. You ain't hurt me. You're not hurting anything by saying that. It was just some, you know. And for people to try to get personal, you know, like he tried to get personal and he was the wackest. Let's be clear. Like, I wonder what made him even think that he's nice. You don't write your raps. Do you think because you made records with certain people and you had success sales wise, is that why he thought he can talk shit about me like this? I don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand it's gotta be just arrogance. It's just arrogance, man. And being too comfortable in a house that ain't yours. Haas Squatter. Philly up in here. Joe a leech. We don't want an apology. We never rock with Joe's sickly looking. Thank you, Haas. Listen, it's not that we want an apology. I'm just asking if he should give an apology. And like I'm saying, any other group would have forced him to give an apology. And he would have did it. He would have been like, I'm sorry. My comments were insensitive, and, I really should be more careful with what I say. And in no way did I mean to disparage the such and such community. Come on, bro. You know how it goes. Even if your publicists write it, like, they would have did that. Why they can't do that for us? Called us a racist organization. Like, he literally slandered. Like, that's slander, bro. That's defamation. So, racist organization. It's not an organization. It's a lineage. It's a lineage, people. There is no leader. Tariq Nasheed is not the leader. You ever see that leader? This guy's not even from New York. So, he say, whoop, bop, whoop, whoop, made it. Nah. He didn't say that. He didn't have to be from New York. He came to New York and interviewed the people that were there. They're the ones that said it. He didn't say it. You just mad that he had the vehicle. You're mad that he was the vehicle and he's not from New York. So what? Act like, oh, he's just trying to cause trouble. Like he's trying to cause trouble amongst the righteous people. When you know goddamn well that's what y'all out here doing. Telling lies, stealing, and thinking you know how to master the original man. If that's not Yakub's forgotten trick knowledge, I don't know what is. Cleanup, thank you. He said, Fat Joe will always be remembered as that guy who got smoked by Ja Rule in a versus. That was crazy that he even tried to do that. And speaking of verses, again, I'll challenge Fat Joe to a verses right now, but I'm not even talking about hits. I'm talking about, I have a new album coming out called Building 7. First single off of it is called The Elephant. You may have heard it. I'm gonna play it again. I challenge album for album. Now, I'll allow him to use this album that he has out right now, or I'll give him the opportunity to craft a new one. Okay? Because I'm telling you, what he has now and what I have, and mine is not finished yet, but it's almost finished. And it's already 1 quadrillion times better than his album. Look in my eyes. Am I capping? Am I capping? Is 1 quadrillion, is quadrillion even a thing? If it is, it is. Okay? Thank you, Cleanup. Spiritual eyes. Non-blacks need to be put out FBA culture, period. No apology needed. They have copied every music genre FBA has done. This is a discussion that needs to be had. I don't think we let people in the house, but we don't put rules on the wall. I think we need to have some rules up if we're going to let motherfuckers in the house that are clearly marked, clearly legible. Maybe put them up in different languages and shit like they do in hotels and shit like that, so you clearly know where there's no smoking, or, where the emergency exits are and things of that nature. Yes? Maybe we need to do something like that. Iron Will said, Fat Ho definitely never had a #1 hit on his own. Always needed that FBA flavor. And not just FBA flavor. He always needed somebody to write for him, period. And that's what, again, lets you know that the shit ain't in him. That this hip-hop shit is not in you. I've done everything that, I've done all the elements of hip-hop coming up. I used to break dance. I did graffiti. I started as a DJ. I'm an MC. I make my own beats right now. Like, I'm what you would call a hip-hop machine. Okay? Because it's in me. And these motherfuckers talking about, oh, you're not even from the Bronx. First of all, you dumb fucks. I told you I was born in Albert Einstein Hospital. Now, did I grow up in the Bronx? No. But you know how far away I was from the Bronx? You know how far away New Rochelle is from the Bronx? 7 miles. We literally used to ride our bikes to the Bronx. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You pussy motherfuckers acting like, oh, well, he's from New Rochelle. Pooh-Bah's from New Rochelle. Sadat's from New Rochelle. Jadakiss is from Yonkers. DMX is from Yonkers. The whole Locks is from Yonkers. What does that have to do with anything? Heavy D's from Mount Vernon. Pete Rock's from Mount Vernon. What you trying to say when you say that? You trying to disqualify us? And all of those places are a stone throw from the Bronx that I just mentioned. All those people that I mentioned, where they're from, we are all with 7 miles or less from the Bronx. Yonkers and Mount Vernon are closer because they're actually on the borderline of the Bronx. The literal borderline. The fuck are you talking about? Like somehow we was just out of touch. We so far away and all this type of shit. You crazy? We had all those fucking tapes when they was coming out. All them Disco Fever and T-Connection and all that type of shit was in Westchester at the time. Not months later and all that type of shit. We had older niggas that's driving, going to the city because it's only 7 miles away to get to the Bronx. 20 minutes to 15 minutes to get to Harlem. Fuck are you talking about? Try to fucking play us. Fuckers is crazy. Two-Tone, peace, thank you. Says, salute, Lord. That elephant in the room is fire. Perfect timing for this song. Ain't it? Ain't it? Matter of fact, if y'all ain't up on it, let's play this bitch real quick. Let's let this motherfucker ride.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room.
Let's do it.
Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address
it. Drops on the 31st, all streaming platforms.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Shout out my Ricans and Jamaicans. I know you think I'm hating, but you had no influence in creation of this hip-hop. Your participation was tip-top, but black Americans showed you how to rip shop. Have you forgot that we taught you how to dress? Back then, coming out looking like a mess. Y'all were dumbing out, tank tops made a mess, shoes clunky. We showed you how to get funky fresh, amongst the best. We helped you learn the language, so at school you wouldn't flunk the test.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
The elements came from Bam, the man grooms. Breaking just another dance that came from the culture. Don't be like the other man and act like a vulture. All day influences, FBA, I'll say it's true, right to this day.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
As
you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay, the sun isn't 93 million miles away. If it was, then Why is it dark in space? The sun and moon are right here in the atmosphere. It's clear. Just that information that these bastards fear. I send an invitation to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Wanna debate him cause I feel that his ass lying. How is the fly defying gravity? If it's holding down the ocean, that's a ridiculous notion. And water always finds its level. It can't curve on a ball, but y'all still have the nerve and the gall to call me a flat earther, like I'm a bad person. Shit is sad when I see the ignorance worsen. And I know this doesn't jive with the lessons, but I will always be a 5 to my essence.
I will.
I think it's time we address it. Renew our Quran, what we need to do, word is bond.
You says such an elegant tune. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address it. Let's address the elephant in the room. The elephant. You says such an elegant tune. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address it. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Produced by Lord Jamar. Written by Lord Jamar. I mean, I did a lot of the mix, but also, yeah, I didn't do the whole mix. My man French mixed it and mastered it. Shout out to my man French. Yeah. Thank you, Two-Tone. Appreciate you. God level up in this bitch. Appreciate you, King. Shia LaBeouf. He said, Puerto Ricans are the pioneers of pickpocketing. We'll give you that. You might, wait. Well, nah, I don't know. It's funny, but again, are they? I don't know. To finesse, ain't no better finesser. Come on, man. No better finesser than us. You know how to finesse some shit. But thank you, Shia. Curtis Bay said, I never heard anybody say Fat Joe verse was nice on any song. I haven't either. That's why it boggles the mind. It boggles the mind why he would say some dumb shit like that. See, when you're in your feelings, when you be in your feelings, sometimes you just say some loony shit. Sometimes you say some crazy shit. Seriously. When you be in your feelings and then later on, people tell you what you say, you like, word, I said that? I don't know what I was saying. I was just so angry. I was just so angry. And isn't it funny when he said he used to be a legend, as if like his emotions can decide my place in this hip hop pantheon. And again, he was trying to put that notion out there into the universe and hope that it sticks. I don't know nobody that calls Fat Joe a legend. You could be an A-list celebrity and still not be a legend. Did you know that? Did you know you could be an A-list celebrity and that don't mean you're a legend? Ain't there no legendary shit? Ain't there no legendary shit? See, I'm known for bringing you shit that actually helped people, that added to the quality of their lives. I gave you information that you can use to better yourself, not just as a human being, but as a original being specifically. And the language we were talking and who we were talking to specifically, first and foremost, whether we realized it at the time or not, were foundational Black Americans. This is who our music resonated with. This is who we were trying to reach and save. Do I love all people? Of course. But stop acting like we can't have pride in ourselves. Y'all have the West Indian Day Parade. Y'all take up the whole of Eastern Parkway. Millions of people waving their flag. You flag wavers, right? The Puerto Rican Day Parade, Manhattan, going up Fifth Avenue. Ooh. What parade we got? The shit in Harlem? What is it called? The African American Parade? What is it even called? I'll tell you, it's not as big as any of those other parades, and it's here in America. That's what's so crazy. Those other parades are way bigger with the turnout, and y'all be out there with all your flags and all your pride, and nobody calls that divisive. Nobody calls it racist. Y'all say you're celebrating your culture, right? But then when we have something that's ours, when we have something that we feel pride in, now all of a sudden we're divisive. We're the bad guys. We're the loony bins. We're the broke motherfuckers. Huh? That's who we are, right? And we won't let a motherfucker steal from us. Well, what I say in Punks Jump Up? You thought you had a sweet Vic, nice pick, but you didn't anticipate that I might be sick. You see? I gave you a warning. You didn't anticipate that I'm actually super nice. You said I'm the wackest. I'm super nice. And I'm about to show and prove that. At 56 years old, I'm about to give y'all some music that's gonna fucking I know a lot of people talk shit about their music, but I bullshit you not. I'm telling you, wait till you hear this shit. Record after record, rhyme after rhyme. You're gonna be like, God damn, the God's sitting on heat. And here's what I'm doing that people like Fat Joe is not doing on his album. I have numerous features of people that you've never heard of before. Artists that need shine, artists that are in their 40s who haven't necessarily gotten the proper recognition, but need to be seen and heard and put on a proper platform. I got at least 6 different individuals on my album. I'm not trying to fill my album full of names, you know, where I'm going to use all these brand names. I got a couple famous people on my shit, but I'm always been about reaching back and trying to bring you the next hot shit, i.e., when I brought you Dead Prez, i.e., when I brought you Stove God, i.e., when I brought RJ Payne back to life and gave him exposure on my platform. I.e., this is just some shit that I do, y'all, and I'm going to continue to do because I don't hate on people. I don't feel like I'm scared they're going to get bigger than me and all of this type of hating ass shit that niggas be doing to they people. That's not me. If I think you're talented and the world needs to hear your shit and see your shit, I'm going to try and help facilitate that and use whatever resources I have in order to assist you if I fuck with you like that. Now, sometimes I've made the mistake of doing this for people that didn't deserve it. I'm not going to lie. Stove God was one of them. Yeah. But fuck it. I still wasn't wrong. He still was a talented dude, but you know, sometimes character-wise, you can be off. But it's all good. Sonny Gray said it's time for Black Americans to take back ownership of the culture. Too many people participating in what we built and disrespecting the architects. Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's do it. Stop going for these easy bags, like, you know what I mean? And be willing to thug it out a little bit in order to get that back end instead of always looking for that front end. Terrell McMiller, thank you. He said, and loving the Elephant joint, bro. Getting that album. Yes, sir. Now, again, I don't want to confuse people. The Elephant is a single. That's a single. The name of the album is Building 7. I don't have the artwork yet for that, but as soon as I do, y'all will be the first to see it. But I saw somebody earlier, and based on their comment, I was like, do they think this is an album coming out on the 31st? And I'm like, no. It's just a single. The single will be available for streaming. Because right now, the only place you can hear it is if you run back one of these shows, you dig? So, yeah, that's what that is. God level. I see Math deleted the Fat Joe FBA interview. Yes. I was going to talk about that. Because it was bad for everybody involved. It was bad for Math. Everybody wanted to know why Math and all of those dudes in the room sat there and let this guy just sit there and nigga, disrespect FBA, disrespect, you know, a legend in hip hop that they all know. I know Math Hoffa. Like, first of all, my man Choke No Joke made a good, he asked a good question. When Joe said that, you're in a barbershop. How could you not, like, how could that not be barbershop talk? Like, wait a minute. You're saying Lord Jamar's not a legend? You're saying he's the wackest one? Like, y'all didn't even, like, debate that or talk about it at all? Like, I know some people seemed stunned when he started saying a lot of this shit. It did get kind of quiet. But I don't know. The fact that nobody said nothing in defense of anything, they just kind of like let all that shit ride. Like, I don't know. It just looked very bad. And I think the negative PR behind it was just like, you know what I mean? This shit ain't worth it. I think maybe they both wanted that shit down. So let's see if he releases any other parts. If he says anything else about me, Or FBA. We'll see. Maybe they'll scrap the whole rest of the interview, you know. It wouldn't hurt nothing. Oh, and I know I said we should boycott his album, and then a lot of people said, well, we wasn't going to listen to that shit anyway. True. I also want to say, I want to make sure that, you know, we really need to boycott is that goddamn show on Stars. Okay? He's got a show on Stars, and this is part of his arrogance because he thinks he's getting all these, you know, these looks, and he's just, man, I got a show on Stars, I got this and that, man, I could talk about anybody in this shit. I'm running hip hop right now. Like, he's talking about how broke all the people of his era are and all this type of shit. Real arrogant guy, man. Real arrogant guy, man. We're not fucking with this no more. Like, yeah, man. Tired of this shit, man. So please don't watch his damn show. Make sure that shit gets canceled immediately. I don't give a fuck who he interviews. Don't watch that shit. I'm not watching. I stopped watching it the minute, because I ain't gonna lie, yo. This guy has been taking shots at me for a minute. And I just been real humble. I've been real humble, yo. Real humble. But at some point, enough is enough, bro. Enough is enough. Like, I don't know who the fuck a nigga think. I don't know who some of these people think they are. I am all kind of shit. Like, bro, we grown ass men acting like you scary and all this type of shit. Niggas is not scared. Niggas is not scared. All of that old shit. If y'all ready to crash out and throw your careers away to try to prove that you're a tough guy, do it. Do it. Okay? Because intellectually, y'all can't fuck with me. Musically, you can't fuck with me. Okay? So, you got a lot of tough guys around you? Yes, you do. You do. You do, Joe. I'll give you that. You got some tough guys around you. But, you know, tough guys are not just, you know, they're all over. There's a lot of tough guys around. Everybody knows some tough guys. Bailey. I wonder what Remy thinks about his statements. Been love you for 35 years, Lord Jamar. Peace. Thank you, Bailey. I think my guess is Remy doesn't fully agree with everything that Joe does, but she knows that her bread is buttered, you know, with a lot of Fat Joe butter. So she's definitely not going to come out and say anything against Joe. I can't see that happening. Quick question. Since you like to get writers, how come do you think it doesn't sound like Papoose ever wrote anything for him? Wonder why. I wouldn't let Pap get some writers' money. Pap is super dope. If I was getting people to write raps for me, I'd get Papoose to write a rap for me. If I was that type of rapper, I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe he did, and I just don't know. I just didn't hear it. LJ RC Inc. said, LJ, do you believe all planets, moons, stars, and suns in the universe are flat, or just the Earth is flat? Oh, you really want to go there with this? Okay, first of all, the Earth is its own thing. we've been taught that planets are like similar things, as if you were to look at Jupiter or Saturn, that it's the same as the Earth. It's not. Those are NASA depictions of things. And then the way you say flat, is misleading. Okay. And this way I don't even like the term flat earth. You know, it's probably better to say level. But long story short, the moon is not a solid object. These planets are not solid objects. Yeah, they're lights. Some of them are fixed. We call those stars. Some of them move. Those are what you would call a planet. But the Earth is the only place that has life on it. And we are not the same. You're not the same at what you're looking at. And the analogy would be, shrink yourself down. If you're standing on a pool table, you look out on the pool table and you see a bunch of balls. These are pool balls. So everything you see in front of you is round, right? But you're not standing on the same thing. You're standing on a level surface, which is the pool table. You understand? So, yeah. Just because you're looking at the sun and the moon, and those are the only really round things that you see, that doesn't mean everything is round. Okay. And it doesn't mean it's a ball. So even if the earth is round, it's not a ball that you're on the outside of. It could be round and you're inside of it. Think of almost like a concave dish. Yeah. But all water finds its level. All water must have a container. The earth is 75% water. End of story. But thank you for your super chat. Appreciate you. Mohammedan median. He owes legendary LJ and FBA an apology. Canceled. Yeah. Fuck it. Let's cancel him. He was trying to get me canceled. So I feel no remorse. He was literally trying to get me canceled. And the shit backfired on his ass. God damn. Well, hot damn. Ain't that a motherfucker? Cisco Bell. Thank you, Cisco. He says, respect, Lord. Getting that hater BS off the screen. Yeah. Tough Glove Boxing. Thank you. He said, Brand Nubian did more for hip hop than TS ever will. I mean, we did more for black people than a lot of rappers. You know what I mean? We did more to instill some sort of pride and knowledge, wisdom, understanding inside you that enabled you to not just enjoy our music, but use it as a tool to help build your God self, you see? And there's things that we gave you to this day that you took with you, and it's still valuable to this day. What are these niggas talking about? Selling crack and shit like that? How did that help you? How did that help you? Or talking about riding in this car and that car, and I did that, and they want to trizz with us, and you know, how did that help y'all? Other than, you know, you had a fun time, I guess, in the mix when they played it with other songs at a party. But how did it help you in your everyday life? It didn't. It didn't. Okay? So I would rather be the rapper that you want to call me whack, all right, but if my shit is helpful to the people, you know what I mean? And it has substance, then you can call me whack all day. As long as my objective is served. Huh? Nas, thank you. Problem with what Joe said is that Caribbean/Latinos move amongst majority Black American. So by default, Black Americans are the main influence. Yes, they grow up watching us, not us watching them. Exactly. Why is this so hard to understand? Thank you, Nas. I appreciate you. Last name first. Knowledge is power. Indeed it is. Thank you. Sam W. He said, I'm from the 315, and here Blacks and Ricans have always been close. When did the division? Shut the fuck up. Here we go again. Thank you, Sam W., for your super chat, but your stupid ass reasoning is pissing me off. We've always been close. When did the division start? It's not when the lies started. That's when the division started. When motherfuckers started lying. You've always been close, but if one of those, I don't know if you're Black or Puerto Rican, Mr. 315, Sam W., but let's just say you're the Black one. If one of those Puerto Ricans came and stole your woman or some shit, you'd have a fucking problem with it, wouldn't you? Talking about we was always close. Yeah, but he fucking your wife, huh? You cool with that? Just because y'all was close? Or he's lying about, certain possessions that he has that's really yours. You good with that? Is that divisive because you say that's not true? The fuck out of here with your stupid ass logic. But thank you for your super chat. LM Original was good. Thank you, bro. He said, the truth shall set these tethers free. You're goddamn right it will. Uh-oh. And the queen is here. Asia M. Look at the queen. Look at her. Peace, queen. Much love to you. She said, we must delineate. We must delineate. See, a lot of people been calling me a gatekeeper, and some people act like that's a bad thing. Have you ever heard of a conservationist? Like when they want to conserve the forest and all of that? Well, that's the root in conservative, right? Conservationist, conserve. You want to keep something the right way. You want to keep something pure, right? So you don't want all this nonsense, this gender nonsense that they have. So you're conservative, right? So you delineate certain laws and bylaws and shit that you're going to deal with and not deal with, and we need to really just put our foot down as to who runs this shit. Like they had me arguing about if this one was a guest in hip hop and all this crazy shit. Like, huh? Why was that even an argument? Why was that even a thing? And you know what I'm kind of tired of? I'm tired of being the only motherfucker that be speaking up about a lot of shit. I'm tired of you niggas that hit me up on the phone. Yo, you right. Yo. Well, why you don't say it out loud? Why you don't come to the forefront and stand with your brother? But you always let me take the hits. I'm the one that tells the truth. And you just want to see if something happened to me before you come out and say some shit. That shit is weak, man. Y'all motherfuckers got to start stepping up and saying shit, man. Because I'm tired of being the only one fucking speaking that real shit. Because y'all niggas are scared. Y'all niggas are scared you're going to fuck up some favor with somebody. So you don't want to Speak the real. You don't want to speak truth to power. Fuck that. Thank you, Iasia M. Iasia M is the God Pod Queen. Appreciate you always, Queen. Jamel Zigzag Zig. He said, peace, God. I've always seen Joe as a destroy power. He never added on to any cipher. He just took from the land. Knowledge. Peace, God. Exactly. Robin Rob, thank you for the super sticker. Lewis Luck. Sam W. debunking lies isn't division. Caribbeans and Latinos lying and steering our culture is divisive. Right, exactly. Sam W. Fucking division. Trying to divide us from our creation is what is division. Shanta Banks, thank you for your super sticker. Joe Dirt, peace. He said the cameraman was smoking your mom's boots, huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Nas, people keep saying Biggie / Busta Rhymes was Jamaican. Even so, they were Black Americanized. Exactly. So what that their family was Jamaican? They acted Black. They acted like foundational Black Americans to the point where Busta is a member of a foundational Black American organization called the Nation of Gods and Earths. Okay, that is not a Caribbean organization. He learned knowledge, wisdom, understanding of himself, that the Black man was God. Foundational Black Americans taught him that. Facts. Judah Asante said, peace, God. Anyone saying you're whack must be on drugs. I mean, if you think dope hip hop is rhyming about killing niggas and fucking bitches and selling drugs and all that type of shit, if that's dope to you, then yes, I am whack. I'm whack, and I'm proud to be whack. I'm proud to be. I hope I'm the wackest rapper in your eyes. Okay? But to the motherfuckers who I'm trying to appeal to, y'all know what it is, and you know who the fuck I am. And if you don't know, you're about to know. For real. Thank you. Soundwave Chemist. We let the devil live on this planet for the longest. Now here he come. Yep. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought he was a white boy with a kufi when I first met him. I ain't even gonna hold you. So who's the white boy with the kufi? With the army suit and the kufi? Excuse me. I swear. Andre K. Hotep Jesus says he's been trying to collab with you. Can we get that interview going? Okay. All right, we'll figure something out. Definitely, top of the year type of shit. Sick Shop. Joe in Fantasy. Ask Joe about Pun and who did his writing for him. They've been lying for 30 years. The lie is over. Now we just call cap. Yep. Thank you, Sick Shop. Boxing's Logics United. Here's the truth, Ak. No project or album Fat Jafungo has been part of have contributed more to hip-hop than you and your brand Nubian brothers. Why, thank you, Boxing Logics United. I would have to concur with that. Eternal Love, thank you. Lord Jamar is a writer. We have your back, bro. Thank you, Eternal Love. Appreciate you. I got your back as well. Christopher, thank you. He said, can you or FBA call Minister Farrakhan a tether? His dad is Jamaican and mother from St. Kitts. Also, can FBA men stick to their own FBA women? Thanks. Wow. So they're gonna ask. Did y'all want to answer that question in the chat? Y'all want to answer that question? Listen, Farrakhan is somebody who, although he can be what somebody would technically call a tether, right? Because his parents are not from here, right? So, yeah, he would be a tether. But guess what? He's a tether that worked tirelessly for foundational Black Americans. He didn't come in and do some bullshit what a lot of tethers do, which is come in here and look down on us and be like, fuck y'all. I ain't, you know what I mean? I've like, they feel they better than us and all this type of shit. He worked tirelessly for years, okay, with and for foundational Black Americans. Okay. So, yes, I think to answer your question, I think I just did that. And can FBA men stick to their own FBA women? What's that supposed to mean? First of all, it's all these other women that come at FBA men. So what the fuck you talking about? Are you trying to act like FBA men are out here trying to run around outside of their race and shit like that? Is that what you're trying to say? Because we are the ones that attract all races of women. We're not running after them. They're running after us. Okay? So, Christopher, I don't like the tone that I'm getting from what I'm reading here. Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but yeah. Thank you, Christopher. Roberto Macedon. Thank you, Roberto. Bearfield. We were so inclusive. We let them into Bloods, and Bloods was some ethinto pro-Black people. Okay. Sometimes typing. Got to check your typing before you hit that enter. Thank you, Bearfield. Kingdom Mindset, Looney Tunes. That's a track. Eat off of it. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, man, but yeah. I'm already ahead of you, kind of. Thank you, though, Kingdom. Stalemate, thank you. He said, you stood in business with Vlad. We know what time it is with these tethers and vultures. Yeah, we do. Thank you, Stalemate. Jemro, once again, thank you. He said, my folks, I see many think Puerto Ricans are white because of colonialism, but don't forget, indigenous Ricans are as dark as Haitians, same as the Aboriginal Australians and Native Americans wiped out. Thank you, Jemro. Well, first of all, that's not what Joe is, though. See, Joe is not one of those indigenous Ricans, obviously. And I'm going to have to correct you about the Australians. Australians, although those people look like original people, they're actually not original people. They're actually more, they're closer to the, they're white. Those are white people. They just look like they got Neanderthal in their shit. Like they're not the same. Yeah, they're not the same as us. Even though their skin appears to be dark based on, where they live. And Native Americans weren't wiped out, Jim Rowe. They just started calling us African Americans. They started calling us African instead of Indian. And That's what happened. He just wiped us out on paper. Thank you, Jim Rowe. Shanta Banks, thank you. She said the North was up, but y'all look down on the South. No, I don't think we look down on the South. Well, yeah, we did look down on the South. I ain't gonna lie. Because y'all was slow back then. Come on, let's keep it real. Down South, if we're going to keep it real about Black and Puerto Rican relations, then let's keep it real about North and South relations. Yo, back in the 70s/80s, things didn't move as fast as they do now with the internet, okay? So when it came to fashion, when it came to music, everything would be up here in New York first. It would take at least sometimes 3 to 5 months for that shit to like get down south and people get up on it. So there'd be a hit record up here, and then you go down south and oh shit, they're just getting up on this now. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so, and then the way that New Yorkers was brought up was just a much faster, you know, you had to just, you know, be on the ball, like, you know, and it just seemed like the down south people was moving slower, and, you know, you could do some New York game shit on them, like back then. Like, you could talk fast and make some, you know what I mean? Run circles around a motherfucker. By the time they know what hit them, you back in New York type of shit. You know what I mean? So that's the type of shit I feel why a lot of New Yorkers subconsciously used to look down on people from the South. Everything that was different. Y'all's jewelry game was different. Your sneaker game was different. Now with the internet and with videos and hip hop, seems like in the 90s, people started to catch up, like around the country, like as far as jewelry and dressing and, you know, having stuff that we would have in New York. Like, you know what I mean? Some people used to have to, from all over the country, used to have to fly to New York and shit like that just to get that shit. Like, and everybody couldn't do that. So that was part of it. But thank you, Shanta. Roberto Macedon said, so let's dance and scream. Praise the Lord. So let's dance and scream. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Roberto. Appreciate you. Wasante, thank you. Damn, we just reading super chats. Say so, the gent. He needs to be canceled for falsification of a beard. Yo! That man said falsification of a beard. That should be some sort of an offense, right? Wow. Yeah, that's funny, man. Falsification of a beard. And then the how he has it like cut out is weird on the inside. But anyway, that's hilarious. Thank you, Say So. Cameo to Don. Joe has the smallest name of all his peers. Thank you, Cameo. True Master Music. Peace. True Master. Christopher, is Minister Farrakhan? I just said this already, Christopher. I answered your question. Thank you again, though. Calling someone whack. How many times and how many rhymes did Fat say the same verse? Cut, cook, crack. That's true. That is true. Choco Flaco. His best verse was from the feature with LL. Was it? How'd it go? Spitting a razor is hidden in my oral. Something that's not Caucasian. I don't even remember it like that, to be honest. Hip hop says 1975. Peace, peace. Said peace, God. Jealous ones envy. Joe been telling tall tales. Told you he took 70 coats by himself with no gun and made niggas carry them shits. I guess right out to school, carried them home with him. Guess he wore all those coats at, 70 days of coat miss, I guess, was his thing. I don't know what the shit, crazy. Ross Terms, thank you. He said, I'm Puerto Rican and I ain't stupid to not know the knowledge that the original man created hip hop and we added on. What is Joe talking about? I don't know, Ross Terms. I really don't, yo. They talking some feeling shit. Fucking Lazy Legs is showing his feelings that he want to get beat up rather than just talk about the fact that he's wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he'd rather fucking get tossed around a ring than to actually just intellectually get tossed around. I don't know, but that's what they want to do. I am Aboriginal. He said, Joe equals Christopher Columbus, LOL. Thank you, I am Aboriginal. Go Rush. Thank you. He said, Sloppy Joe is knock-kneed. He can't even run. Yeah, I seen that. He out here walking like the penguin and shit. He looked like he looked like the penguin out this motherfucker. I don't know what's going on with them knees. Thank you, Go Rush. Unbiased Sports, gloves off. Fat Joe sounded like Tekashi 6ix9ine before a pun. Just yelling, no rhymes. Yeah, I could see that. Son from Brooklyn, peace to the God. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad is from Sanderville, Georgia. And Father-in-law Clarence 13X is from Danville, Virginia. You meant to say Danville, but I know what it is. Represent Black American culture to the fullest. Salute, Lord Jamar. Peace. Thank you, son. Supreme Mash, he said, he is just repeating what M said about you. Right. Probably. Yeah. You're right. He's trying to repeat what M said about me. And that didn't work neither. That didn't fly neither. Like, motherfuckers worship this dude, Eminem. He came at me, and I literally came away unscathed whatsoever. You know why? Because I proved my fucking point that we run this hip-hop shit, and I don't care how many records Eminem sells. He ain't no fucking king in this shit. He's a guest too. And they wanted to go back and forth, forth and back. Finally, what's he do? Oh, yeah, I know I'm a guest. Why the fuck was you talking shit this whole time then? Why the fuck didn't you just admit it? Because you thought that you had some sort of power with the money and the corporate shit and didn't understand that FBA run this shit all day and that we decide who's who and what's what. So when you made your little digs at Lord Jamar and your rhymes, we didn't even hear that bullshit. You know why? Because nobody listens to Eminem, just like the fuck I said. Just like the fuck I said. That's why that shit was out. I'm all up in clubs and going out. I'm doing shows. Nobody's coming up to me. Yo, did you hear that Eminem verse that he said about you? It meant nothing. It meant nothing because you don't control shit. But now when I said some shit about you, it meant everything. It meant so much that you had to respond to me. And I never went platinum. I never even went gold. We never even went gold. Why do I have more influence? Because I'm from the creators of the house. So the family will always have more influence than someone who's not really in the family and just visiting. You dig? And it don't matter if the visitor is rich, so what? So the fuck what? You still don't own this fucking house. You still don't decide what goes on in here. And that's where they got it fucked up. That's where niggas get it fucked up. And that's where people like Fat Joe got it fucked up too. Where they think their money and their celebrity actually means something in real hip-hop FBA circles, and it doesn't. It don't mean shit. So your opinion about me and how you thought you were going to poison the minds about me and about FBA landed on deaf ears. And all that whack juice that you thought you was going to pour on me spilled all over yourself. And now you reap what you sow, Papa. You reap what you sow, Papa. DTA 550, Hispanics created hip-hop. Caucasians created rock and roll. What's next? Asians created Negro spirituals. I didn't know where you were going with that at first. Thank you, DTA. Appreciate you. That's hilarious. Wheels of Steel 70 said, could you explain a little bit why so many people feel Kool Herc is the father of hip-hop? I would say because there were certain narratives that got started. Especially I'm gonna blame a lot of these early hip-hop publications for a lot of this confusion. The Source, the Vibe, and all of these type of shit like that. All hip-hop, I think they all helped to, because you need a concise story. You don't want to hear, oh, this and that, so these guys started putting out what I would call urban legends. These things are like urban legends, as if hip-hop could just start at one party that this guy threw for his sister. Nah, like, so yeah. And in that urban legend is why, people talking this shit about Puerto Ricans in the beginning, because that's part of what was written in some of these publications, and people read these things and took it as fact. But you always got to look at the author, and some of these writers were, of Hispanic descent, and man, this shit was crazy. But thank you, Wheels of Steel. COS Dre, it's bigger than Fat Joe. It's a long list of people saying FBAs don't have no culture, like Buster, Kai, Ak, Vlad, etc. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And we got to do something, we got to stop letting the disrespect happen, especially for people that, all the people you name, none of them can go to their native countries and be successful. None of them can do Spanish or Jamaican music and be able to live off that. All of them are legends or known or financially prosperous because of something that foundational Black Americans created. And now, because of the success that they have, their arrogance has put them in a place where they believe they can dictate certain shit. And we're just here to say, in the words of I guess somebody that you could call a tether that, was not from here. So maybe this would be good for them because he wasn't from here. Maybe they will understand better. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Rest in peace, Kimbe Mutombo. But no, 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 no. We can't have that. Sorry. Lord Hybrid coming in like a gangster as always. Peace, God. How you be, Hybrid? He said, Lord Jamar, my mom was an Afro-Latina. I go to Latino countries a lot. They are racist. If you are black, they assume you have no money. And if you are black with money, they assume you are a drug dealer. The Latinos worship white Europeans. But can't lie, I love their women. Thank you, Lord Hybrid. That's right. Like, let's keep it a bean about the racism that is pervasive through Latin, Spanish, whatever culture. It's pervasive. The colorism is pervasive. And so to come outside, you see, they almost act like that's some behind the scenes shit that we don't know about. So they're like, oh, come on, we always been cool. Like, bro, we know about that, right? Like, y'all acting like we don't know. And so you could just say this, and you know how somebody lies and somebody would be like, that's not true. And then it'll be like, well, but they don't know that. Like, that's what I feel like they're acting like. They're like, yeah, we're racist, but they don't know that. Yeah, we come from racist households, but they don't know that. And I feel like they're just assuming. Oh, but we dead on, but you're mad that we're assuming? We're conspiracy theorists about this, huh? We're conspiracy theorists that a lot of y'all come from racist households. And again, we're the ones that let y'all into to our shit. How many blacks did you let into salsa and merengue and all of that type of shit? American blacks. How many American blacks can go over there and do that music right now? Huh? How many foundational black Americans are stars in the salsa world, in the merengue world? Give me one. I asked for 10 influential Puerto Rican rappers. I haven't even been back to the main chat. These super chats, I'm just reading these super chats. So without even going back there to look, I know you couldn't come up with 10 because there aren't 10. And we won't wait for the one foundational black American who's a salsa star, because there is none. Zero. Zilch. Shit is crazy. Shit crazy. Roger Meadows. Bruh, all this time Wikipedia been lying on you saying you were Guyanese when your ancestors were enslaved here in America with us. Listen, I don't read what Wikipedia. I don't know what Wikipedia is saying. Again, the Guyanese in my family is from my great grandfather on my father's side. Okay? You do have two parents, right? So, if one can be traced back to, slavery and all of that, then you're full FBA. Okay? So on my mother's side, trace back to Thomas Jefferson. Okay. Actually was, damn, I'm trying to remember the lady's name. I got it in this thing that I wrote down, but basically an ancestor of mine. She was like, she cooked or some shit for Thomas Jefferson or some shit like that. And she ended up being like classically trained in like French cuisine or some shit like that. Yeah. I gotta look this shit up. I'll bring it to y'all one day and we'll talk about it or some shit like that. I'm trying to remember off the head. But thank you, Roger Meadows. Third eye, Lord Jamar. I don't know anyone in my life that thought he was nice. People thought he came out with pun. I'm in my 40s from New York, New Jersey, and have PR and half PR. He's whack. Yeah, a lot of us thought he was whack. Let's be clear. But we tolerated him, because dudes told us, people that we trusted, like Lord Finesse and Diamond D, and you know what I mean? Showbiz and AG, people like that said, nah, he's cool. Joe's cool. So we was like, all right. You know what I mean? All right. Took their word for it. Cameo to Don. We should have canceled him when he called Ja Rule's guest black women crackhead bees at the verses. Yeah, that was nasty work. That was nasty work. And again, he just be feeling too comfortable inside the culture, thinking he's untouchable and, that he could just do what the fuck he want. Go, I'm telling you, he got a line in his new album, something about, and he says, and they say I can't say nigga. And then he goes, nigga, big nigga, bitch, hoe. Like, bro, throwing it in motherfuckers' faces. Like, yo, the shit is nasty, nasty work. Yeah. But FBA gonna let them know today. Miles Batchelor, who dropped the hip hop history baton? I think some of these periodicals. I don't think any of us we were doing hip hop. So I don't think any of us were really documenting the history in a scholarly way, in the beginning. A lot of this shit was just kids doing what they do, bro. Ain't nobody know to fucking have a real history. And this shit just kind of happened, and by the time we realized we needed to have a history like that, there was already funny little stories and shit like that. You dig? Jay Leasy, thank you. He said, as a 47-year-old white man that grew up in that era, I only remember FBA creating and cultivating rap culture. Even my white ass knows that. I don't remember a single Puerto Rican of influence. Nope. Ross Els, thank you. Oh, he did 777. Many PRs even hated on Dominicans, yep, and other Latinos back in the 70s whenever there were no FBAs to hate on. Yup, I know. I was there to experience it. Yup, And you know why they hated on Dominicans? Because they were darker than Puerto Ricans. And they kind of looked like morenos. That's why. Again, racism inside, you know, that Spanish culture. There's racism in Dominican culture. Like, bro, stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit. Demons Row, thank you. He said, I'm PR from the Bronx. It's obvious blacks started hip hop. I think Joe got put in position to get us off Israel. More divide. Probably. Get us off a lot of shit. He probably thought he was going to get us off of P. Diddy and shit like that. His buddies and shit like P. Diddy, you know, where everybody was on P. Diddy. And he thought he was going to throw me under the bus and throw us as FBA under the bus. And it was going to be okay. Nope. Ross L. And I'm not including all PRs or any Afro-Black Latinos who know that they are descendants of the true and living. Right. That, like I said, if you truly felt that you were one with us, this wouldn't be a problem. You wouldn't try to single yourself out as, you know, some sort of special group that needs to be acknowledged. Bernie's book tour. Thank you, Bernie. He said, Brand Nubian, one of my favorite groups, and Lord Jamar, definitely not whack. Thank you, Bernie. I appreciate you. Freedom's Network. Peace, God. You punching downwards at this bozo. I'm not punching, really. I'm not punching. I'm just, yeah, we're just asking questions. We're not really punching. Are we? Are we punching? I mean, the motherfucker was punching at me. Like, I feel like he tried to assassinate me. He tried to get me assassinated, bro. I'm not feeling that, bro. He tried to get me assassinated. He used to be a legend. What the fuck? He wanted that to take hold. He wanted that. He wanted to plant that seed and hope that it gets watered and that fruit would come from it. That's some snake shit, bro. That's some snake shit. And he wouldn't have given a fuck if I did get canceled. Well, now we don't give a fuck if he gets canceled. Eric Adams. Nice name. You said, I'm not the mayor, but we share the same first and last name. We both from the same place in Jamaica, Queens. You know hip-hop history, Jamar. Fat Joe is no citizen of hip-hop. If he said what he said, correct. Thank you, Brother Adams. Jonathan Roche said, I'm Puerto Rican, and I agree with what you're saying. By the way, LJ, what would you say are the top 3 songs from your catalog? Now, do you mean Brand Nubian's catalog or my personal, like from my solo shit? From Brand Nubian, I would say like, people are going to say like Punks Jump Up, Slow Down, and Don't Let It Go to Your Head. How about that? How's those 3? Now, and then, you know, and people will argue because there's others. Well, hang on. What about One for All? I know there's a lot, you know, I'm just answering the young man right now. But thank you. Appreciate you. Derek Franks. Thank you. He said, for Joe to respond to your challenge to a debate by attacking your artistic career is some kid type ish. Yeah, it really is. It really is. And it shows the weakness and insecurity, you know, in his actions. Freedman's Network, Spanish speaking LC. Okay, thank you, Friedman. Todd French, 600. Joe up there dressing, acting, rapping like a FBA. Yeah, some would call that cosplaying or LARPing, live action role playing. Yeah. Because he definitely be dressing and talking and acting like he black. But then you want to wave these Puerto Rican flags when it's convenient. You know? That be some bullshit. Teacher Maria. Said, peace, God. I'm late. I'm so late. Oh no, it's late where you're at. So I understand. I think I started a little late. Damn, I've been going for a minute. I'm trying to get through these super chats. I'm just trying to read these joints. TM, thank you. He said, when these PR and other DJs put their hand in the crate, who did they pull out to sample? Stop the madness. Exactly. When we had to go in our parents' record collection to even find samples and drum breaks and shit like that, you couldn't go home to your Spanish family and think you're going to find breaks and shit like that. You had to be in a foundational Black American home in order to do that. I remember when once I discovered hip hop and I started going through my records, one of the first joints that I found was Tramp. What you call me? Tramp. I was so happy. And why was it there? Why was it there? Because my mammy is a foundational Black American woman. And that's some shit that she just had in the cut. You know what I mean? We had a bunch of Michael Jackson, young Michael Jackson. I'll be there. Come on, man. That's the type of shit I grew up to. We didn't grow up to like, we don't know about that shit. And that's not the shit that we played in hip hop. So where is the DNA of the Spanish shit? There is none. Thank you, TM. Ray Johnson, how's there places on Earth where the sun is up to 24 hours a day for months if the Earth is flat? Oh my God. You got to stop. I agree with you on hip hop. Flat Earth is wild. Shh. Listen, if I could show you how the sun's movement works and that it goes in. Imagine a record player, right? The shit's spinning, but forget the record player is not spinning, but imagine the needle was spinning around or the light that's shining on it. Imagine it goes in and then it comes out towards the outer edge and then it comes back in and it comes back out. So the places that you're talking about are stay light for months. When the sun comes on its inner circular pattern, those are the places that are in the center. Okay, there is no top and bottom of a ball, but there's a center and there's the outer edges. Okay, so at certain points of the year, the sun is doing its inner circular pattern before it swings more outward. This is how we get different seasons, sir. All you got to do is study, bro. Like, stop thinking you know more than you do. Okay. Trust me, I got into this trying to disprove it. And due to actually doing research, I found that, oh shit, this shit is true. They have been lying to us. We don't live on a fucking spinning ball. Okay. The fact that you think somebody could stick to the bottom of the ball in Australia and is walking upside down is fucking retarded. It's only you might as well believe in Santa Claus and his fucking reindeer as well. The reset button. Thank you. Can the young people please have hip hop back? I don't know. The young people need to listen to the older people in order to get the hip hop right. Because the shit they doing is some other shit. Crying and half singing. They not even rapping and shit. These motherfuckers doing some other shit. Unc, Thank you. He said, I respect Lord Jamar because he keeps the same energy towards everyone. But how can Tariq Nasheed talk about New York when he's from LA Mexicans? He's not talking about it's not about him talking about New York. It's not about him talking about New York. He interviewed people from New York. Doesn't matter where he's from. Foundational Black Americans are from everywhere. And although this thing coalesced here in New York, its roots are from all over America, really, especially from the South. Okay? So stop this shit. How can Tariq talk about this and that? Because he's an intelligent person that's done his research. That's how he can talk about it. He don't have to be from fucking New York to do that. Think about it. If let's say you're an archaeologist and you go to Mexico to study some shit. Do I have to be from Mexico in order to study whatever I'm studying? You dumb motherfuckers. You see how stupid y'all sound? You see how stupid you sound? You're not even from New York. So what? He's studying some shit with New Yorkers. He's come to New York to find out and he went to the source and asked the source. And they said, y'all wasn't there. And you're mad that he delivered it because he's not from New York? That's what makes you mad? Y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man. Y'all some stupid ass niggas. SB Global. Truth, Lies, Reality. What's the name of the Flat Joe song with the multiple N-words? I don't know. Google that shit. I just know he says, nigga, 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 bitch, ho. And the line before that said something about, like I can't say nigga. You see, like he's taunting niggas. He's taunting motherfuckers in that shit. But y'all didn't hear that shit because we didn't listen to that album. ZB Butterfly, thank you, said, Fat Slow is a big old racist and doesn't like black people. He just using black people for his benefit. We must boycott him and demand Live Nation to make him apologize. Hey, go for it. Go for it. If Live Nation respected us, they would have made him apologize. Freedmen's Network. This culture came from teenage children and youth gangs. Fuck out of here looking like Fu Manchu. Exactly. Thank you, Freedmen's Network. Dialogue with Nasir. What's up, bro? Peace, fam. He said that's why we should always gatekeep and tax 10% to join anything we build. You know, that's not a bad idea. That'll keep some of these motherfuckers away and give us a fund to go, you know what I mean? Deal with these motherfuckers. Master Khalik, peace. Said, peace, God. Please, God, with all due respect, shut your mouth. Okay? It's not emphatically now cipher. What's emphatically now cipher is believing that the sun is 96 million miles away when you can trace its rays right back to its source. Like, let's stop with this tradition dogma bullshit, God. It's time to renew our Quran. That's what I said in the song. We need to renew our Quran. Word is born. Okay? Because there are actual facts and solar facts are incorrect. Yeah, I said it. They're incorrect. It doesn't make all the lessons incorrect, but those are incorrect. And I'm sorry that it hurts you. I'm sorry that y'all love balls so much. I'm sorry that, oh, you ball lovers. It's fucking crazy. Okay? But it's not going to be now cipher just because you say it's now cipher. You're going to have to show and prove, God, that we're living on a spinning ball where water can stick to the outside of it as it spins, as it jets through fucking space at millions of miles an hour, and we don't feel none of this shit. We see the same stars for thousands of years. We could see them spinning above us, yet we believe the devil's trick knowledge that we can actually be spinning and sticking to the outside of a ball. Get out of here, God. I love you still, though, God. Peace, God. Don Bernard Jr. I'm late. Can you summarize what he said, please? Peace, Don. I hope you've got it by now. He said that that the foundational black authority, as he called it, was a bunch of broke niggas, and that they're racist, radical racist group. And that Lord Jamar is the Looney Tunes, and that Lord Jamar was the wackest member of Brand Nubian, and that I used to be a legend, and that I'll say anything for to go viral. The earth is flat, this and that. He just tried to throw all kind of shit out there, thinking that he was going to assassinate my character, and it backfired on him. Now the whole internet is on his fucking ass, and yeah, I'm sure it doesn't feel good. Thank you, Don. Frank and Tama, Fat Joe should listen to R.A. the Rugged Man. R.A. is always rapping lessons on how the young black teenagers of New York created the greatest culture that ever existed and took over the world, hip hop. Thank you, Frank and Tampa. Yup. Shout out to R.A. MBA to Cali. I'm Latino myself, and Puerto Ricans also do the same thing by claiming to invent reggaeton, when in reality came from Panama by black Caribbeans. Exactly. Thank you. Black Sunshine. From the time we started disrespecting our women and ourselves, we should have done canceled, motherfuckers. We like hypocrites. Yep. I can agree. Black Sunshine again. Lord Jamar, you deserve respect for what you did for the game, but I don't believe in apologies. Stand true to your words. All right. I can respect that. Donna Sharif, if someone has to ask for an apology, it's not authentic. Keep your apology. That's right. And on that note, it makes me think about, if I have to shut up and lie for you in order for us to have a good relationship, what kind of relationship do we really have? Because please understand that real friends, people that really fuck with each other, can tell each other the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. And you will be appreciated, hopefully, or eventually, you'll be appreciated for doing it. Y'all were able to continue to be friends. But if I gotta lie to keep you comfortable, if I gotta keep a narrative going to make you feel that we good, if I gotta pretend that this is your whip when it's really mine, so that you can show off to the bitches and the niggas and take credit for something that ain't yours, what kind of real relationship is that, man? It's not, man. It's not, man. That's not real, man. So, no, I'm not saying, I'm not asking for an apology. That's not what this title is about. This title is just saying, Should he? Does he? Does he owe us one? Not that we're asking for one, but does he owe us one? I'd say the answer is yes. Now, will we receive one? I don't know. I'm not asking for it. I'm just saying, I know damn well they do it for any other demographic. So how come when it comes to us, the ones, and see, that's what I'm saying. You'll apologize to like those alphabet people, right? The LGHDs, right? You'll apologize to them, although you don't get your main money from fucking with them. You see, it's not like you make house music or like, you know, music that gay people fuck with. You know what I mean? You make hip hop. It's not like you make, if you insulted the small hats, it's not like you make, you see what I'm saying? But you know that those people could fuck with your money, though. You know those people could fuck with your bread. That's why you apologize. We could fuck with your bread, too. We could fuck with your bread, too. They keep hiring you for these award shows. If motherfuckers start walking out of these shits when they see, oh, Fat Joe's is, oh, never mind.
Phase DJ.
Never mind. Watch what would happen. Like, damn, we wanted you, but, you know, our polls are telling us that, you know, our polls are telling us that you're not really, you're not trending in a good way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stop fucking with us. Technical swag. Super tether Math Hoffa should apologize too. Yep. We all wanted to be like Lord Jamar growing up. No one wanted to be like Joe. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. These people, I'll tell you. Thank you. Shop Talk Convo Mac. Thank you. He said Fat Joe has never given wisdom in his raps, and or the people who have wrote his raps have never given wisdom. In fact, all he's done is talk about killing black men and womanizing our queens. Yep. I'll even take you one further. I listened to his album, right? Just to see what he had, right? And I'll submit that there's not even an inspirational song for Puerto Ricans on there. There's nothing that if I was Puerto Rican that I would listen to it and be like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that makes me feel good. Like, nothing. It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Like, trust, when you hear my album, there's things on there that's going to make you feel good. You know, make you feel proud to be an original man or woman. You know? Yeah, there's joints on there that's going to make you feel good about being an FBA. There's even joints that's going to make you feel good about being at this age. Like, you know, like, you'll see. You'll see. And I'm just saying, like, where's the real value? Eric Adams again. Lord Jamar, Fat Joe is the perfect one to get jacked up. Show him that Punk's about to get beat down, literally. Listen, he's not a athletic guy. He be with athletic guys, but he's not one. Shane Culkin, thank you. Merry Christmas, Lord Jamar, he said. Are you related to Macaulay, Shane? Thank you, Shane. I don't celebrate Christmas, but I understand the sentiment. And happy holidays to you, sir. Anonymous Thinker, thank you. He said, Lord Jamar has stood on his square for years. I remember it started with LJ saying M is a guest in hip hop and will never be the best. Yep. Well, actually, before that, I said that Yeezy was helping to fuck up hip hop with wearing skirts and shit like that. So I helped stop the skirt onslaught that they was trying to put on us. Matt Cognac, the fact that the others let you defend all the arrows is mad corny. We gonna hold you down. Hey, God. Pete, Matt, I appreciate that. Demo, they bought a 6-pack to the barbecue. Now they claiming they threw it. Exactly. And they put a 6-pack that we had put down and they found it and picked it up and then brought it to the barbecue. Because please understand, these Puerto Ricans did not create no damn breakdancing. Some shit black people was doing. And then we put it down. And then they picked it up right at the time when cameras came into the play. And that's why y'all believe that Puerto Ricans were some sort of pioneers in breakdancing. They're not. They're not. Hybro Jones, he said DJ Alamo was the weakest. I mean, listen, I don't want to shit on Alamo. Alamo was a good guy. He's a good guy. Earl Edney, Roy Jones should have knocked him out for GP. I heard he was talking shit to another boxer recently, too. What's wrong with this guy? He's really delusional. JB, if I need advice about Goya beans, I'll ask Joe. If I need advice about hip-hop, I'll ask Lord Jamar. Peace, God. Peace. That's what I'm saying. If he need advice about hip-hop, he should ask me. Like, I'll tell you how to make a banging-ass album. Dead ass. I've done it multiple times. I've penned classics multiple times. Have you ever penned a classic? Black Views FBA. Tethers are coon immigrants. Thank you, Black FBA. Library card holder. We're going to have to off you with a few to the Jordan. You won't pop that shit no more. Lord Jamar. Thank you, library. Appreciate you. Where are we at? Unbiased Sports, gloves off. Thank you again. He said, tether equal black immigrants that undermine FBAs. Not all black immigrants undermine us, our tethers. There you go. Which answers your question about Minister Farrakhan. Because again, he didn't try to undermine us. This is a perfect example of trying to undermine us by saying that you created some shit that you didn't create. That's undermining. That's divisive, to be undermining someone. If you were working tirelessly for the black man, like a Farrakhan, who was not trying to, undermine us in that type of way, who was carrying on the foundational black American traditions that were taught to him by Elijah Muhammad, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, well then, hey, doesn't matter where your parents is from at that point, huh? Thank you. Big Hurt. As the FBA never wanted to emulate anything other than our culture. Yep, we got your back. B1. Exactly. Clocks is ticking. An attack on Brand Nubian is an attack on Syracuse. Upstate New York got your back. Thank you, Clocks. I appreciate you, and I fucks with Syracuse. Shout out to Great God. Mr. Spencer 0620. Peace, King. Appreciate you. He said, keep doing what you're doing, my brother. Absolutely, soldier. Thank you. Kickity K. Caribbean people are indigenous people from the mainland sold into slavery. Reggae comes from soul, and salsa merengue is from jazz. Yep. But yet we still let them have that. We're not over there. So, oh no, we are co-creators of salsa and reggae. Y'all can have that. You make so much shit. Go ahead. Don't try to come over here to our shit. Hate. A tether is specifically a melanated immigrant who acts in the disinterest of FBA. It's the melanated version of practicing white supremacy. That is a great definition that I think we all need to keep in mind. Kiki Molly 14. Yeah, but the South didn't have those other ethnic groups that we let play with us, like saying the N-word and they aren't black. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's something very specific to us. And we damn sure let some shit slide. We definitely did. Black to Death. Tethers are non-FBA agents of chaos. Tethers cosplay FBA, identify and wear our uniforms, but they play for team white supremacy. Look at y'all just breaking it down. Thank you. 420 boy. Tether, person of immigrant blood that hate on FBA. Okay, yep. Fame OG, thank you. G Blue, Morenos created hip hop, case closed. Fame OG, once again, thank you, Fame OG. Gif. He said, I think the problem is confusing the fact that Caribbean people were some of the fathers of hip hop, but Caribbean culture didn't influence hip hop. Okay. Yeah, that is part of the confusion. Some of the people that they called the fathers, and all of that father shit started in an article, I believe, that was in the source. Yes, a lot of those guys had Caribbean backgrounds, but there was no Caribbean influence. So again, it is that is part of the confusion, but people need to be able to discern and listen carefully and understand the difference between creation and participation, influence and being influenced. Okay. Thank you. Stallworth 1. Thank you. He said, we built this. You motherfucking right. We did. Thank you, Stallworth. Alvin A. I'm Somali, bro. I have to say this. Call out the dress and Russell Simmons, etc., who let any and everybody partake in your culture. This is treasonous. I guess he meant Dre's. Thank you, Alvin. Today's religious talk. The Black Hebrew Israelites accept Hispanics. We accept Hispanics too. But if the Hispanics said they wrote the Torah or, one of your books, how would you feel about that? Ben Shaw, I'd love you to go on the Black Authority. I'd love to go on the Black Authority. I like the Black Authority. I've watched The Black Authority for a very long time. He actually covered this. He actually covered this. Shout out to The Black Authority. Alex Foreman. Thank you. Dr. Demo. If it was 50-50, who are they legend MCs? We still waiting on that one, Demo. What up? This is in their Spain Euro DNA takeover spirit. Yep. One might say, Divine Eye, stand on your square, God. A lot of these guys think they are on the level of Brand Nubian as whole or its individual members. The gods must be crazy. Yep. I don't know why some nut ass shit got said like that, but about to show them. Amir Katab Fernandez, thank you. Peace, Lord. I wrote on your IG earlier. Any chance of you and Joe talking on Drink Champs? FBA created. We appreciated it. P.S. Fat Joe is not whack. Why Drink Champs? Why not come on my shit? I'm right here. Why not? I have a platform. You want to talk to me? Tell Fat Joe to come on my show. He's welcome. The invitation's open. I can help him. I can help him turn this around. But remember, no more nigga for you. You can't say nigga no more. When we clean this up, that's going to be part of it. You're going to tell the people, I understand now why it wasn't cool, and I'm not going to say nigga no more like that. Today's religious talk. Remy Ma and Fat Joe was black. Will she keep the same energy now? We'll see. Dialogue with Nasir. Why they don't they embrace their music? But they say we have no culture. We must gatekeep and tax 10% to join anything we create. I like how you repeated that. Thank you, Dialogue. Black Sunshine. We have been disrespecting our women the most since the 90s, so cancel the majority of the mainstream. No. We could. I don't mind canceling a bunch of these fucking useless rappers. These useless fucking saying shit that don't even help nobody. Get them out of here. Thank you. Ethelyn Crenshaw. I don't follow hip hop. I just been watching clips from you on YouTube, but I know enough to know Fat Joe shouldn't be saying nigga or nigger, period. Yep. Thank you. Denzel Early. Biden not a pan-nationalist. Whites still caged. Okay, don't know. Anonymous Thinker. Fatty Joe tried to sacrifice LJ and FBA for the machine. Yes, he did. And it fucking backfired on him, and I love it. I love it. The machine, yeah. Tell Fat Joe, don't let it go to your head. Famous Brand Nubian track, remember? You don't hear me, though. Landmark 22, FBA have always supported all black art forms. Yep. Kaz, thank you. Can any Rican or Jamaican name a single original breakbeat that came from their culture? Nope. Thank you, Kaz. Eternal Love. Nobody's scared of Sloppy Joe. Fuck out of here. Exactly, Eternal Love. Nikki O, thank you. Joe has been making slick comments about FBA for a while. This is not the first time he talked crazy about us. Too comfy to hurt his pockets. Yep. The nigga called me a piece of shit in a comment one time on my Sans page. And I should have went at him at that time. but I chilled. Flamethrower. The only Spanish songs that get play in an FBA household are Pina Colada and Feliz Navidad. The Macarena is an honorable mention. Shit. Magus. That upset person was a tether, I bet. Yeah. Thank you. Urban Engine. Rodimus and his Spanish Harlem crew and Juice. Wow. Yeah. Remember that? Rodimus. Way too shy. Do you remember when Fat Joe said Jay-Z and Rockefeller stole his style? Google it. The man is insane. Yeah. That 70 coat shit took the cake for me. That's one of the biggest fucking lies I've ever heard. Tahuti's Records. FBAs are modern day house Negroes. You paid $2 for that. Okay. Bye-bye. B. Wyatt. Song is called The Fugitive. Okay. Shia LaBeouf. I think the Ozempic went to skinny fat Joe's head. He lost 5 pounds of brain matter. Remember, he performed at a Kamala rally. The video is out there. Yep. Ashley Lovechild. Peace, God. Continue to speak truth to light, knowledge to power. 100. Thank you, Ashley Lovechild. Appreciate you. Mr. Marcus. Is Joe a guest in the House of Hip Hop now? He been a guest in the House of Hip Hop. That's the thing. But he didn't realize that. But now we showing him. We showing his way. We showing him the way to the door. William Owens. Peace, God. That barbershop show is friends with Vlad. I feel the whole thing was a pure fail by Whack Joe and his crew. Thus why the show was taken down. Yeah. Yep, it was a fail. Kiki Molly 14. Fat Joe been disrespectful. I wish Black Man would have nipped this in the bud years ago. I'm here in Hawaii, and these white Hawaiians always trying to say the N-word, and the black men here don't say nothing. Kiki Molly again. She said the white Hawaiians have culturally appropriated reggae and have decided those red, green, and yellow as their colors. Annoying. Wow. That's crazy. John's Gourmet, thank you. Raised with you cats. Now rule has morals. Say it loud. Morals. King Creation Crew. Webster, all right? You've represented faithfully. John Joint. Peace. Peace, John's Gourmet. Damn, you a chef for real? Are you in there a chef? You have like a restaurant or some shit? Because I love me some good food. Cool Keezy. New York got to tighten up on that Latino N-word usage. Yeah, it seems so. It seems so. Thank you, Cool. William Owens, thank you again. Said, peace, God. As horrible as Whack Joe is and was, that show, the buck dancing of the host, was insane. Giving passes to the N-word, drops and insults, was far worse. It was a house of hypocrites. Told themselves. Yeah, that was some bullshit. That was some bullshit. Nobody spoke up. I guess it goes to show the persona that Joe has developed for himself. That a room full of grown men didn't feel, that they needed to speak up to the man, but then was going to act like. What's so funny is Math Hoffa went and on Star's show, and when Star said, "Would you have Lord Jamar on your show?" He said, he's welcome to come up there. He said, but he might get some pushback because I don't see what all the thing is with the division. Oh, so I might get pushback if I go up there, but you're not going to give Joe no pushback? See, that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit right there. Dwayne Hicks, you should get Chris Rivers, Pun Son, and Cuban Link on since Joe won't put them on. Yeah. Well, what if I told you that as a little gift to you guys, and since people want to play with me, on the 26th, the day after you guys' Christmas, first day of some people's Kwanzaa, Cuban Link and Panda Chop will be in the building. They will be on the God Pod. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Did he just say that out loud? Did he just say that out loud? Yep. Cuban Link and Panda Chop will be on the God Pod on the 26th. Get ready, y'all. Leon Rush. I'm just sitting here learning. Thank you, Leon. Just that's what we call doing the knowledge. OGTV, my brother, you fought so valiantly on behalf of the FBA. I finally forgive you for the nude scene in Oz. Joe, not Puerto Rican. He's German. Why, thank you, OGTV. Black Revolutionary Now. Peace and Black Power, LJ. Fatty Crackhead Joe had all the smoke on Math, but no smoke when you challenge him and others to defend the origin of hip hop. I know, it's crazy. It's a bully tactic that he tried and failed at. Harlem Status, thank you. Before we start separating, let's go back and check all the bloodlines that make a Puerto Rican. Shut up. It's not about separating anything, man. Everybody with these moving the goalposts. Nobody's separating shit. Welcome to the barbecue. You got to go, Joe chant that made Joe leave Rucker Park during filming of Above the Rim. Saw you and Sadat X and Tupac Shakur in the Rucker Park that day. Thank you. Welcome to the barbecue. See, man, I've done so much shit. Charles, thank you. Godfrey, Rod Digger, Jamar. Yes, sir. Squad up. Real Spill. Thank you. Said the name Fat Joe tells us everything we need to know. The only thing he needs to be speaking on is fast food and bad health. Acto. Open Build Podcast. Thank you. Mayor Fat Joe forgot he was a Spaniard. Oh shit. King Dragon 702. Let me hop on your album, Lord Jamar. Yeah, I don't know. Well, if somehow destiny makes that happen, then yeah. I Crook. Thank you, I Crook. Said, peace, God. Someone needs to remind Joseph Puerto Rico has its own constitution, and they do not have the right to vote in presidential elections. He needs to stay out of FBA and ADOS business since he's Puerto Rican. Peace. He's also he's also Cuban. He's Puerto Rican and Cuban. Let's keep that in mind. Oh shit. Okay. Got to the end. OGTV said, you and Derek X influenced me to rap. I forgot. I meant Sadat. FBA stops them from double dipping because everyone can claim black and American. Great point, OGTV. Oh, man. Listen, people. Thank y'all for, this was a great one today. I think we said what we had to say. I think we touched all we had to touch on and, did what the fuck we had to do. Shout out to the mediators. I hope y'all help me out in this shit because I wasn't seeing the regular chat at all. Dude, I was just reading all the super chats. Shout out to everybody. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in the super chat. All the big gangsters. Asia M. Oh, fucking. Where's my brother? Hang on. Mr. Spence. I Crook. Where's my guy? There you go. Lord Hybrid. There we go. I keep seeing that SPI. That's what be. I almost was going to say that. Like, that's what be fucking me up sometimes. Lord Hybrid. My guy. I appreciate you, King. All right. So, yeah, I'm getting ready to be out. I'm not sure when I'm going to do another one. Will it be in a couple days when I do the Cuban one? Maybe that'll be, yeah. I don't know. But for those, again, that fuck with that elephant in the room, or that elephant, it's really just called the elephant. That shit is dropping. Fat Sloppy Joe co-played and slapped by the elephant in the room. Yeah. So that joint is coming out. It'll be on all streaming platforms on New Year's Eve. So you will be able to play that at 12 o'clock. You will be able to go into the new year feeling great, playing some Lord Jamar music, knowing that the Building 7 album will be following up. And if you like this or if you love this, you're going to love everything else because, this is a great song, but there's a lot of great ones on here. And I'm really feeling super strong about this shit. So, yeah, I'll play this motherfucker on the way out.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Out here.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Shout out my Ricans and Jamaicans. I know you think I'm hating, but you had no influence in creation of this hip hop. Your participation was tip top, but black Americans showed you how to rip shop. Have you forgot that we taught you how to dress? Back then, coming out looking like a mess. Y'all were dumbing out, tank tops made a mess, shoes clunky. We showed you how to get funky fresh, amongst the best. We helped you learn the language, so at school you wouldn't flunk the test.
Let's address the elephant in the room.
The elements came from Bam, the man grooms. Breaking just another dance that came from the culture. Don't be like the other man and act like a vulture. All day influences FBA. I'll say it's true right to this day.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay, the sun isn't 93 million miles away. If it was, then why is it dark in space? The sun and moon are right here in the atmosphere. It's clear, just that information that these bastards fear. I send an invitation to Neil deGrasse Tyson. Wanna debate him cause I feel that his ass lying. How is the fly defying gravity? If it's holding down the ocean, that's a ridiculous notion. And water always finds its level. It can't curve on a ball, but y'all's to have the nerve and the gall to call me a flat earther, like I'm a bad person. Shit is sad when I see the ignorance worsen. And I know this doesn't jive with the lessons, but I will always be a 5 to my essence. I think it's time we address it. Renew our Quran, what we need to do, word is bond.
As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. As you assess such an elegant tune, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Love y'all. Peace. Stream the shit out of that when it come out. Yeah.